between the Watertown Wolves and your Binghamton Black Bears. My name is Brooks Hill. We'll be joined momentarily by my partner Alex Jones, but you are listening to the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Triple Cities Family Dental always makes your smile their priority. You can schedule an appointment by calling them at 607-545-4148. The Black Bears were winners last night, 4-1 over the Elmira Mammoth. They defeat the Mammoth both times that they faced off against each other this weekend. Friday night was in Elmira. That game ended in a 6-2 victory for the Black Bears on the road. And then last night they paid it forward a little bit further with a home victory, 4-1 this year. This year only being defeated by Elmira one time. As I welcome in my partner, Alex Jones, time for Black Bears Rewind as we go through last night's contest. And Alex, things did not start off so great for the Black Bears as Elmira scored on the first shot of the game. But after that, the rest of the way, Taylor Joseph stood on his head, stopping all 27 shots that he would face in the remainder of the final 58 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and Taylor Joseph did an excellent job except for that first shot, which you could say was a little more on his defense than him as a goalkeeper. Leeson getting the puck behind the net, walks a easy rebound in, and outweights Taylor Joseph, put it backhand in the back of the net.
Well, the Black Bears went to the locker room after the first intermission, tied at 1. Kyle Powell scored his third of the season on a tip-in on the back door off a shot from Gavin Yates. Don Oliveri also picking up an assist in that goal, and Don Oliveri now at 199 career points across his 3 leagues of professional hockey in the East Coast Hockey League, the Southern Professional Hockey League, and now the FPHL. So if Oliveri gets a point tonight, point number 2 in his career. Thought he had one on the empty net goal at the end of the contest, but it was given to instead for the second of the game. The lead period thanks to Jake Schultz, who backhand one between the 5-hole of the goaltender last night, and then new guy Samaro getting his second goal in as many games. First at home, lead to 3-1, getting that insurance goal for a long time. It was just a 1-goal contest, and Elmira build a period. Shots up with Tyler back in a month and a half, would grab the empty net goal, and now he's 4 away from holding the all-time FPHL record for goals scored.
Yeah, and an excellent job by not Tyler Jurich, but Chad Lopez and Taylor on that play did an excellent job. Taylor Joseph to net goalie goal, trying to line as Don Oliveri thought he got the assist because he went up with the paw to try to grab it and throw in the back of the net. Didn't end up being the case. Chad Lopez runs it down, pushes the defense through the zone, clears out room for Tyler Jurich in front of the net, gets the puck back to him, and Jurich does what he does best, puts pucks in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's an empty net goal for Tyler Jurich. That's what he doesn't want people to be reminded of back at home, but he is 4 away from the all-time record. We'll see how close he gets tonight, and if the offense continue scoring ways as they have all weekend long. We want to thank you for listening to the Binghamton Hockey Booster Club Black Bears Rewind segment. We're going to take a timeout, and we come back. We'll have a Tully's Coaches Corner with interim head coach Brant Sherwood. More coming up after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton.
Heart Association immediately following the game. For just $15, tickets sold will be benefiting the American Heart Association as well. Tickets can be purchased by calling the office at 607-723-367 or at BinghamtonBlackBears.com.
Welcome back into Fox Sports 1430 here in Binghamton. Brooks Hill and Alex Jones, part of the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Triple Cities Family Dental makes your smile. You can schedule anytime at 607-545-41. Gone through the highlights from last night's contest, and now it's time to turn our focus to tonight's game against the Watertown Wolves as we take a dive inside the Tully's Coaches Corner. I caught it with interim head coach Brant Sherwood, who was feeling a little bit better today. Still not 100%, but seemed to got a lot more of his voice back, and we were able to sit down for a couple of minutes and have a nice pregame interview. So I'm going to go ahead and play that interview. It's queued up right here on the computer, so enjoy this pregame conversation with interim head coach Brant Sherwood. Now time for another edition of the Tully's Coaches Corner. Friendly reminder that our next Tully's Good Times with Coach Show will be on March 28th at 6 p.m. at the Tully's on the Vestal Parkway location. As I now welcome in my guest, interim head coach Brant Sherwood. And Coach Sherwood, a homecoming affair last night for the Black Bears. They were able to defeat the Elmira Mammoth 4-1. But what did you think about the welcome home and the turnout before we actually get to the game on the ice last night?
It's amazing coming back to our home arena and seeing the fans, seeing the support, getting the building loud again. It's it was a great welcome back.
Yeah, a lot of fans came early, saw the full warm up, a lot of signs and posters making their way around the arena. I had a good time reading some of them. I think my favorite one was Marvin for our friend Kyle Powell right there. A little bit of an inside joke within the Black Bears organization there, if you get that one. But Black Bears turned back onto the ice, and for the second night in a row, you're going up against Elmira. And it looked like the Mammoth had a little bit more jump from the start this time around than compared to what they had Friday night.
Yeah, we came out a little casual. Sometimes with our team, we're a little inconsistent and think it's going to be easy the next night for some reason. And we just needed a friendly reminder on the bench, and then they picked it up after that and started peppering the goalie. I think we had 19 shots in the first period, didn't bury too many of them, but tons of great A's. If we start to bear down on those chances, we can see that score rise up a bit.
How did you like Don Oliveri playing on the forward line with Austin Thompson and Chad Lopez last night? That's something that some people have been asking for. Is what does Oliveri have to offer at the forward position? You know, obviously he's a threat to score anytime he touches the puck with how good of a shot he has, but actually getting sustained offensive time playing on that second line with Lopez and Thompson.
Yeah, he's doing great. Ollie is super creative. He has a ton of deception on the ice. He can sell a pass. He can sell a shot. He's done that at the East Coast level, at the SPHL level. He's a true competitor, true soldier. When I asked him to play forward, he said yes, sir, and no questions asked. Whatever position you need me at, left, right, center, doesn't matter. And that just shows you what type of guy he is. He's willing to play wherever to help the team win.
And also you roll with Taylor Joseph on back-to-back nights. For the first time in his Black Bears career, Joseph playing in consecutive games, made 27 straight saves after the first one was the only one that got by him later on, or very early in the contest, I should say, or rather. What'd you like about Joseph going again for night number 2?
Oh, I loved it, and that goal is just a breakdown in the corner. Puck popped over CeeLo's stick, and then Yarwood was just drifting a little too far back and not holding his position. So anytime you let a guy cut the crease like that, it's a pretty good opportunity. But Taylor is so calm, collective. That goal didn't even faze him. I don't even think he had a pulse on that. So he just got right back to it and just got his angles down, played the puck super well. We almost got to see a goalie goal. It was very close.
Yeah, he tried. I applaud him for trying. It was really close.
Got an assist on it. Oliveri would like to say something different. He thinks he touched that puck, but we're going to give Joseph that assist.
Yeah, well, the goalie was very deserving of the second star of last night's game and also his first assist as a Black Bear. So congratulations to Taylor Joseph on that front. Now, a rare afternoon game, your second Sunday afternoon game here with the Black Bears. It's going to be a 2 p.m. start. Watertown had to play on the road last night in Danbury, and with the guys here at home, what is the key to today's game? Is it
that, hey, you guys got to sleep in your own beds tonight, and you guys didn't have to travel to Binghamton to come play. Like, how much of an advantage actually does Binghamton already have before the puck is even dropped tonight?
We have a huge advantage, and we've talked about this before, Brooksy, the first 5 minutes. I think if we come out hot and get on their D, pressure them, have them turn over pucks, and basically get them turning by driving them wide or chipping pucks behind them, I think we can take this game away very early on. But if we want to play casual to start like we did last night, they'll hang around, and who knows what can happen on a afternoon game like this where just everything's a little bit different. Yeah, so they got to be ready to go. They got to be focused and alert.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you for your time. We definitely appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brooksy.
All right, that's the voice of interim head coach Brant Sherwood. More to come on the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. You ready? Woo! Let's go. It is time for the ANC Heating and Air Conditioning starting lineup for your Binghamton Black Bears. At forward, number 10, Justin Samero. At forward, number 12, Gavin Yates. At forward, number 18, Andrew Logar. On defense, number
Welcome
7,
back into the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. You just heard from interim head coach Brant Sherwood about the pros and cons of a Sunday afternoon game as the Black Bears are coming out of the tunnel. But right now, as we get ready for the presentation of the anthems tonight, but Alex, quickly talk about how important it is to start this game on time in a mid-afternoon game.
Yeah, 100%, Brooks. It is important to get out on your own personal clock early and often. If you can get Watertown on their heels, you can break their spirit very early and force them into a more aggressive situation, which then you can compoundingly take advantage of.
Let's go ahead and get to tonight's injuries and scratches. We do have the scratches for Watertown tonight. Out of the lineup, Larry Yeleny, Samuel Harabchek, Chase Dabari, Ishmael Ralston, the third goaltender. Charlie Pence Jr. is on the bench as a coach, and Matthias Tellstrom out of the lineup as well. For the Black Bears on the other side, Colin Fitzgerald still nursing that upper body injury, hoping to be back next week. Brett Parker is getting evaluated today by medical professionals so that he is unavailable from that injury last night. Josh Newberg, Cam Yarwood, the healthy scratches in the lineup as Andrew Logar and Gino D'Angelo draw back into the lineup tonight. We're going to take a final timeout. Thank you for listening to the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. And when we come back, we're going to have the first period with the national anthem as well. You've been listening to another edition of Black Bears Hockey on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. Well, the national anthem has been sung. That's the largest group to do the anthem this season, Alex. 95 young ones running around the rink earlier today between the ages of 5 and 8, and to get them all corralled and get them out there on the ice, excellent job by the operations team getting that squared away.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Brooks, as the group salesperson, has made me extremely excited to get these big classes out here. Next Saturday home game, April 1st, we actually have another big one coming out. Candor Elementary is bringing 55.
Yeah, and also we're having a ceremonial puck drop as well. The Binghamton University Club hockey team was national champions. They crowned this past Wednesday night, and they're also doing the ceremonial puck drop as well. They're all wearing their medals and national champion hats along with the jersey. So a big congratulations to the Bearcats on the AAU College Hockey National Championship. And we're going to talk to the tournament MVP, Adam Bloodgood, also the starting goaltender for the Bearcats hockey team during the first intermission report. So we're looking forward to that interview as well. But anytime you can have champion, nonetheless national champion attached to your name, it's going to be a memory that a lot of people remember forever.
100%, Brooks. Can't agree more.
Seeing a familiar face in goal tonight for the Black Bears, it'll be Owen Liskowitz facing off with Riley McVeigh in the Thompson & Johnson Equipment Company goaltending matchup. Liskowitz 9-15-0 on the year, a .338 goals against average, and a save percentage of .909. And now Riley McVeigh at 12-7-3, .325 goals against, and a .905 save percentage. So very comparable numbers between the two in the save column. It'll be the line of Adam Logar, who's making his home debut tonight, 18 dressed in black. On the left wing, Gavin Yates in the middle, and Justin Samero, who has 2 goals in his first 2 games with the Black Bears, on the right wing. On the blue line, Justin Coachman and Mathieu Boilar. Round off the blue liner group for Coach Sherwood's club. Worldwide Sports Supply Ice Crew getting the final touches of the carpet removed. Momentarily pause in the action here as the kids already start to make their way up into the stands from the national anthem. Fans still filling in here. I see a lot of people running through the doors right now. Late Sunday afternoon, arriving time for a lot of fans here as people are getting to their seats for the first time.
So, Brooks, I think there might be a little fireworks off the bat here. I'm not sure. The Logar and Amidatitis are been just into each other's kitchen a little bit to start this one.
All right, face-off is underway. It's going to be pushed to Andrew Logar. Drags around the first man. Throws it out in front for Samero, who was looking for his 3rd goal as a Black Bear. Tipped just wide. First period brought to you by our friends over at Dragon Billiards Instruction. You can check out their shop in Vestal to learn, shop, and repair all things billiards. Their website is dragonbilliardsinstruction.com. If I get an off day this week, might be headed over there to Vestal and maybe get some practice in, as Binghamton will ice the puck about 33 seconds into this one. And this will be the first offensive zone face-off for either side today. Looks like Elijah Wilson's going to take this one.
And this is going to probably be the top line for the Watertown Wolves. Although it may not be the numbered line, it is their top line. Parker Moskal out there, one of the best goal scorers in the Fed.
Yeah, Moskal has a turnaround shot that's going to be blocked by Yates, and Yates will skate away 3-on-3 for the Black Bears. Yates gets behind the net with the puck on his backhand, looking to pass it up to D'Angelo. It's through his skates, and it'll come all the way back. D'Angelo drawing back into the lineup tonight as a defenseman, skating in game number 100 as a Black Bear. And Alex, he's the first Black Bear to surpass the 100 games played mark in the young franchise history.
Yeah, and it's a great accomplishment for the hometown kid.
More on that a little bit later, though, as Mac Lewis comes in for his first shift, draws a double team off the inboards from a knee, trying to swipe it over to Jurich. It'll be intercepted by Horn. Going the other way now for Watertown. Far side angle is swallowed up by McVeigh on the shot from Lincoln Gingrich, and McVeigh will make his first save of the game and hold on for a whistle.
And Brooks, one thing to watch here, Watertown doing very, very quick line changes. They just had a very, very tough battle against Danbury at home. Had to get up very early to get here. It's going to be interesting to see how early and often Watertown looks to shift to keep those legs moving.
JT Walters steers it around the boards, held in though at the blue line by Tim Payne. He's going to pay the price from Mac Lewis, who continues to be the aggressor here in the Black Bears forward group, putting some hits on last night against the Mammoths and now already with one tonight. Payne with a slap pass that almost got deflected in from Seaman out in front. It scurries through the blue paint and behind the Black Bears net, and now Tyson Kirkby gets into some open ice and will skate away with the puck. Had his pocket picked momentarily, but that'll allow D'Angelo to start his engine, and D'Angelo dropping it back over for Jurich. Right wing side, Jurich throws it across looking for Thompson. And a throw on the brakes as Kirkby, Jurich, and Thompson are now out there with the forward group in the middle of a line change. Jurich to the back door trying to connect with Thompson, didn't get everything on it. Slap pass from Powell is going to be chopped out of play, intended for number 22, dressed in black, with 17:39 left to go in the period.
And an excellent start here for the Black Bears. Brooks really pushing the pace, getting into the offensive zone. Quite a few offensive chances, even though there's only no shots on the board for the Black Bears.
Lopez will lose that face off, and Tejan will try to wrap it all the way around. Black Bears get on the forecheck. That led to the Samero goal last night. Lopez has his stick knocked out of his hand. He's going to FIFA this one back over to Don Oliveri. Oliveri knows that he has a teammate without a twig, finds the open man in Powell, a slap shot, and it's going to be tipped in out in front. It's either Austin Thompson or Kyle Powell. Nonetheless, the Black Bears score on their first shot on goal of the night.
How he reacted, I'm going to assume that's Austin Thompson, who knocked that one down in front of Owen Liskowitz's net. An excellent job there by the Black Bears. You said you spoke about Don Oliveri cycling that puck through, getting it back, which I believe he just grabbed that puck. I think that's going to be his 200th point there, Brooks.
Wait for Frank Perney's official announcement. I think you're right, Alex. I think that's going to read 25 from 27 and 13. It's an even strength goal at 240. And the Black Bears have a 1-0 lead.
Don Oliveri called for the false start there.
Yep. And looks like we got a momentarily pause of the action. Black Bears having to go to a different set. Thompson takes the face off, and then we return to play. Crowd got kind of silent there.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Add me to that list. McVeigh played off the glass. Hops over the stick of a Wolf trying to pinch in. Watertown's offsides. Thought that might have hit Trevor Lord on the way back in, but referees and linesmen say to play on, and that's exactly what the Black Bears will do. Jake Schultz uses his back big frame to come in. He fights after it. And Thompson continuing his shift as we hear Frank Perney. Heavy hit laid on by Oliveri. And you hear it from Frank Perney, that Oliveri assist is his 200th professional point as a hockey player. So congratulations to Oliveri. He goes laying the body looking for a victim to take with him. He's going to get off on a line change at the forward door and start to walk his way back all the way down to the defensive board, I would say normally, but I forgot. Oliveri playing forward tonight, not defense. Got to keep me on my toes as well. 4 minutes into the contest, McGuire wearing a half bubble tonight, protecting his face and his cage. Turned the puck over. That allowed Samero inside the face-off dot to put a shot that just went wide of Liskowitz's net. Coachman holds it in, throws it towards the cage, but instead Watertown will clear, and they go the other way. This is Dakota Seaman with it. He's taken down by Mathieu Boilar. Logar tries to get the puck around McGuire, does so, and that'll allow Gavin Yates to do so instead. Yates stays on his feet, plays it up for Samero, low angle. Liskowitz made the save. Didn't know he had it, but he's going to hold on Binghamton with the first goal of the contest, and now only 3 away, Alex, from a second consecutive Burger King burger goal.
And that's, you know, one of the things that the home fans love to see in this makeup game from December 23rd. We're getting some free hockey on a Sunday afternoon. Excellent pressure there by Gavin Yates to get the puck on Samaro's stick.
Held in the zone, now Jurich from the face-off dot, hits a defenseman out in front, and now it'll go the other way. Amatitis coming down the right wing side, throws one up to the net, one hops into the trapping mitt of the Black Bears goaltender, Riley McVeigh, and he hangs on.
Yeah, an excellent job by Riley there too. That's one of those plays where you're trying to throw the puck on net, get a nice juicy rebound for the forward crashing on the opposite side. Riley does a good job of melting it down.
Don Carter Jr. and Tyson Kirkby tie up for the face-off. Going to be pushed back by Kirkby. And Jurich will dump it in cross corner for Everett Thompson. Everett Thompson back in the lineup tonight after being a healthy extra last night. Is the 10th forward on the lineup card for Coach Sherwood's club. Here Amatitis wraps it around. Finds an open man in Chris Corrigan. Spent some time in Delaware this season. Now playing for the Watertown Wolves. Cross ice in stride for Tyler Jurich, but it hops over his stick right in front of the wall and at the last second. Baker now has it on his forehand. The southpaw goes D to D with Tim Payne, and they try to connect on a little bit of a stretch pass, but unfortunately Corrigan can only tip it in behind the net of McVeigh and go off for a line change instead. Schultz cutting through the middle of the ice, had it turned over. Could be a 2-on-1. Muscall and Wilson. Wilson coming across, and McVeigh going post to post will make the save. McVeigh's best save of the night, and the Black Bears try to counter the other way. Oliveri, one touch a little bit too far in front of Thompson. Schultz, though, a one-timer. Slap shot rising off the glass, stays in play. Lopez hammers it down for Oliveri in the bumper spot, and Liskowitz makes the chest save. And that'll take us to our first media timeout of the night. Shots on goal, Binghamton 4, Watertown 3, but where it matters, Austin Thompson on the board for the Black Bears as they lead 1-0 after the first 5 minutes and change. Back with you after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Fans, at this time, we'd like to congratulate our hometown player, number 95, Gino D'Angelo, who's playing in his 100th game with the Binghamton Black Bears today.
Good afternoon, everybody. Ben with here, hanging out in section 21 for tonight's Price Chopper Lucky Seat. Saw these guys over here, a fellow Laker, chowing down on some good old popcorn. It's just like, you know what? If these guys weren't, I would. So, to spread that love around, giving you guys 2 free tickets to the next Binghamton Black Bears home game next Friday, the 31st, against our rival, the Elmira Mammoth on Sock Out Panther Night. Let's hear it for these guys, everybody. Can I get a Let's Go Black Bears? Let's go Black Bears!
His 100th game as a Black Bear. He's the first Black Bear to do so. And he's on the second defensive pairing tonight with JT Walker, so we're going to see a lot of D'Angelo tonight. Just a big congratulations to D'Angelo, first player in franchise history to play 100 games in the regular season with Binghamton. Now Watertown with the puck to Skull. Turnaround shot, got a tip out in front from Wilson. Pinned up by Kyle Powers. He sees Wilson down. Down for a whistle.
An excellent job by the defenseman there, tying up Wilson, not allowing him to get near that puck, and that was a juicy rebound.
Yep, for our friends who just missed what we said on YouTube, we want to say congratulations to Gino D'Angelo once again, playing 100 games with the Black Bears, first in franchise history to do so. Now Gavin Yates gets pinned up against the boards going the other way. And now the puck is behind the net of the Watertown goaltender Liskowitz. Held in, though, by Samaro right at the blue line. Plays it all the way around. Logar will give chase after it against Payne. And now Baker in pain, try to tag team against Logar down low, trying to get the puck out of the zone, puts it right onto the stick of Samaro. And this forward line really flying all the way around for the Black Bears. Coachman comes in with the wrist shot, save made by Liskowitz, rebound outside the blue paint, pushed right back underneath the goaltender. And the Black Bears looking for goal number 2 right there.
An excellent shot by Justin Coachman to get that puck on net. Got a little tip in front. Owen Liskowitz had no clue where it was. And the Black Bears were hacking and slashing away trying to get after the puck.
Take a look at this Heinz Energy replay here. Samaro on the receiving end of that hit, gets it up to Coachman, and Coachman throws a shot on that Liskowitz could not control, and Yates almost buried to the rebound on the second opportunity.
Yeah, if that puck makes it back out in front of the net, that's a legit scoring opportunity.
Lewis back to the line as Boylard's slap shot is blocked by Corrigan, and Lewis will retreat behind his own net and get some separation from Chris Corrigan. And now the Black Bears have a little bit of open ice. Tyler Jurich over the red line, skating in, throws it off the back of the net, almost took a bounce off of Liskowitz. Creates a juicy rebound, but it could be a one-and-done trip for the Black Bears if Watertown can clear. McGuire has it on his forehand, plays it up for Amatitis, and Don Carter will put it out to the red line, touched right back up, and now one-touch passing, Kirkby and Jurich. Down low, but has his pocket picked by Carter. Cross ice in stride for Amatitis, 94, throws a shot on, and McVeigh blocker that one into his glove. Got to play the angle right there. That's a little bit harder to do than what it seemed like for our friends watching online.
Yeah, an incredibly skillful play by Riley McVeigh. One of those plays that you don't really appreciate unless you're in the know how difficult that is to do, to turn the blocker and simultaneously grab it with your trapper.
Lopez will win it back, and Walters flings it around the boards. It'll find Oliveri on his forehand. Stretch pass trying to connect with Austin Thompson, a little bit too far in front. But the Black Bears get on the forecheck down low in front of the visiting locker room door. Thompson stays in on the play, gets a little bit of a push on to Baker, held in by D'Angelo, looking for a tip. Out in front, Oliveri can't find the rebound. Thompson trying to clear it into the net, but instead Watertown throws it down the length of the ice. This is icing against the Wolves, and this will come all the way back. Watertown unable to change.
And this is huge here, Brooks. Watertown with a long shift already on a long weekend and a early bus trip, not really able to get the rest they would like. You got to get up by 6 to get to the rink by 7. This is where Binghamton can take advantage.
Lopez wins it cleanly back to D'Angelo, and a shot is absorbed by Liskowitz. Rebound still available. Lopez trying to find Thompson cross size, has his pass intercepted by Baker. And now the Wolves can get the red line, dump it in, and they can change the tired defenseman who had been out there for a little while. Oliveri off the kick plate for Chad Lopez, and now the lefty crossing over with Thompson. Lopez coming in, partial break. Liskowitz made the save, I believe, with his shoulder. Good scoring opportunity for Lopez, who turned on the accelerators at the tail end of that stride. Was able to put another shot up on the board for the Black Bears. They now have 9 to Watertown 6. Turnover in their own end. Oliveri, a wrist shot. Save made by Liskowitz. Logar now fighting for the loose puck. Over to the open man Schultz, coming in from the blue line, wrist shot tipped just high, I believe, by Logar. Oliveri lost a stick in the process. Logar tries to soccer it down. Oliveri's going to skate off to the bench. Look out, coming the other way is Gingrich. And in front of the face-off dot here, throw a wrister on, and McVeigh snags it out of the air.
Yeah, I think Dallin Oliveri thought he got this stick yanked out of his hand by the Watertown defender. Didn't catch the number on it. Got up under the jersey. There's some areas there it can get kind of tangled up in, and it looked like a little bit of a chicken wing there.
Face-off won by Watertown. Shots blocked from Chris Corrigan. And it's going to be held in by Payne temporarily, but Gavin Yates will make sure it gets outside the blue line. Watertown retreats back into the middle third in their own side as Yates will take this puck behind his net. And this might be a 200-foot stretch here for Gavin Yates. We'll see what he chooses to do. Yates starts his engine. Here, get around Carter. Now skates through the middle of the ice. Goes 1-on-5. Unfortunately, that time not the best of run for Gavin. right there, as Watertown kind of had the playbook on that one. The former Wolf getting denied the opportunity. Now Gorgon coming in, throws another shot on through traffic, and McVeigh will do the same thing, make a save with 9:34 left to go.
And an excellent job. Although Gavin Yates didn't get through there, he really forced the defense to collapse on him. You would have liked to see maybe a drop pass there, get it back to a defender coming into the zone who can get a good shot on net. But you know what? Get the puck deep on Watertown, never hurts.
All right, we'll find out what happens next. Halfway through the first period, Black Bears lead 1-0 on Fox Sports 14:30 in Binghamton.
Ben hanging out in section 23 this afternoon for the season ticket holder of the game, Eileen Andrus. Unfortunately, she's not here today, but her husband Tom is. Having a good time so far, Tom? Were you able to get up in time for the game? Well, obviously. I don't know how I was. He thinks I'm kidding. Anyways, for you and Eileen, we have a free oil change courtesy of our friends at Avery Auto Service, perfect for the time of year. Let's hear it for Tom and Eileen, everybody. Can I get a let's go, Black Bears? Let's go, Black Bears.
Welcome back into Fox Sports 14:30 right here in Binghamton. Black Bears have a 1-0 lead thanks to Austin Thompson deflecting another Kyle Powell shot. And those two have connected on tip-ins for the second time this weekend. They did so Friday night against the Elmira Mammoth on the road. Back to the action as Mac Lewis turns around, tries to find Tyler Jurch coming down the right wing side. Jurch saucers one up for Kirkby and pokes just wide of the net, I believe. Don't think Liskowitz got a piece of that one. Watertown comes the other way. Muscall, with the man holding the line, is going to be played on by McVeigh. Instead of holding on for a whistle, Wilson trying to confuse the Black Bears defense and passing him the puck, but they know better. We continue to press on. Now going the other way, Tyler Jurch back up to the blue line for Boylar. His shot blocked on a wrister. Mac Lewis centers up in the skates of Kirkby behind the net. A lot of Black Bears behind the goal line right now offensively, but we'll see if Coachman can win this skate race back for icing, and he does so. This will come the other way back. Looks like the forwards are going to change, as well as the defense right now for Binghamton. Watertown keeping all five on the ice.
Yeah, and Brooks, it was an interesting foot race there. Coachman, I think, thought he had more space once he felt the Watertown player lowered on his back, really kicked it into overdrive and get the full shift.
All right, Chad Lopez taking this face off. Oliveri and Everett Thompson on the wings. Oliveri in the bumper, tried to float one over the shoulder and drop it in the back of the net behind Liskowitz, but instead we continue to play on. Thompson sealed off on the half wall. Black Bears stay on the forecheck. Walters can't hold it in, and look out, going the other way. It's Watertown 3-on-1. Muscall all the way across. McVeigh with the save on Trevor Lord. Another odd man opportunity denied by Riley McVeigh. Defense turns to offense now. Oliveri tries to find Lopez, puts it into the skates of Baker instead. That'll end the odd man rush for the Black Bears. Puck floated back out into the neutral zone. And D'Angelo touching up with Everett Thompson. Black Bears try to get the puck deep, and now Lopez has it on his forehand from the faceoff dot, has it blocked, and it falls into the curtain, out of play with 7:55 left to go.
And an excellent job there by the Century man, Gino D'Angelo, doing a great job of playing a 2-on-1 game there, really forcing Muscall to get that puck across the ice, his only option, which Riley was easily able to save.
Face-off won by Watertown, and Payne tries to flip it all the way out for the home run connection with Lincoln Gingrich. Instead, it's intercepted by Jake Schultz, who will dump it in near side. Black Bears get set up on the forecheck, and Gingrich over to Horn. Horn's pass a little bit too soft for Seaman to control. It's going to be poked right back out into the neutral zone, and now Black Bears try to go the other way. Schultz Shot, and is absorbed right into the chest of Liskowitz. And Gavin Yates was calling for that puck.
Tell you what, Brooks, if that gets on Gavin Yates' sticks, I have a pretty good chance. I have a pretty good feeling he has a chance to win that foot race and have it be a one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
Well, we talked with interim head coach Brant Sherwood before the game in the Tully's Coaches Corner. Talked about how important the first 5 minutes were. And in those first 5 minutes, the Black Bears were able to score at the 2:40 mark. Austin Thompson grabs his 24th of the season and gives the Black Bears a 1-0 lead. Gingrich now playing it over. I think Watertown has just iced the puck again. Kyle Powell on his horseback to the puck. And Watertown maybe a little bit lackadaisical so far in this first period. They've iced the puck a couple of times here, Alex, and that's a little uncharacteristic for that club.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that when you're tired, you do make those mental mistakes. You think, oh, this is not going to make the line, and you just put a little too much zest on it.
Yates and Carter tie up for it, and it'll find the stick of Colton McGuire. And now Watertown does get it across the red line, and Corrigan will dump it in behind McVeigh. McVeigh steers it on the backhand, right in front of the locker room door. Low angle shot was denied on the first chance, but Carter in the slot puts it right on goal, and McVeigh hasn't played yet this weekend, looking good so far here with 6:49 left to go.
An excellent job by McVeigh of limiting that rebound, keeping it within his frame, easily able to melt it down for the faceoff.
This will be to the right of the goaltender, top right corner of your screen. Wilson on the backhand, matched up with Yates. Excuse me, that was Kirkby, and Kirkby will win it back. Binghamton is able to push it out of the zone. Linesman says it was tipped on the way through, so no icing against the Black Bears. And Tejan behind his own net, wearing number 2, dressed in white. Plays it indirectly off the board, stolen right to Tyson Kirkby. Tyler Juritz, a slap shot, just put it high above Liskowitz's net. See what this line can do. Juric tries to center up for Lewis out in front. Couldn't get a clean handle on it, back up to the blue line. Boylar skating in, a wrist shot looking for a tip from Lewis, didn't get it. And now Juric on the backhand, centers up for Kirkby. I think that went off the mask of Liskowitz.
Black Bears have been head hunting the past few days, Brooks.
Yeah, Danik Rodrigue made a save with his head, inadvertently moving his head to make the save. Something that you don't see every day. Watertown tries to clear it out of the zone. Can Boylar hold it in? No, but Lewis will temporarily do the duty. Watertown, though, trying to catch the Black Bears in a line change. Lord comes in, tried to sidestep Coachman. And Boylar with a hit on Lord to separate him from a loose puck, and now Boylar plays it over for Kirkby. Juric at the end of his shift at the blue line would just dump it in on the backhand. 5 new bodies coming out for the Black Bears. Watertown trying to catch Binghamton in a line change, and I think in the second period that's going to become a little bit more prevalent with that long second period change. As Watertown ices the puck. Right there, 5:20 left to go.
And an excellent one called by the official there, watching it the whole way, seeing if there's any contact or any chance for either team to play it. Without that happening, once he gets behind the red line, it's got to be the icing call. That, for the old school hockey fans, was much more like the old style hockey where you had to touch it up rather than just win it in the circles.
Yeah, Lopez will take this face off, and next time we get a whistle, I have a point about icing that I do want to make. And now D'Angelo goes over for his defensive partner. That's JT Walters. Walters takes a heavy hit from Lincoln Gingrich. A look out. That's the heaviest hit of the game so far in this one. 5 minutes left to go in the period. Lopez taken down in the offensive side. Watertown will escape harm. Put it right back on the stick of Gingrich. Horn tries to center up for Seaman. Through the legs and out in front. Watertown ties up the game at 1.
And Brooks, that one should have never gotten to the net and never should have been in that position to allow that to happen. You got to at least body up your man so he doesn't get around you. If it's going to go between your wickets like that, you got to make sure that it doesn't go all the way to the goal.
Yeah, just a fluke play that was poked through at the last second. Take a look at this Heinz Energy replay, just a whack at it. And I believe that goes through the 5-hole of McVeigh. And unfortunately for D'Angelo, you try to close the gate right there, soccer style, and just keep the puck in front of you. finds an open area, and the guy just comes home and hammers home a goal for Watertown. Tying the game up at 1. Less than 5 minutes left to go in period number 1. Now Logar in the corner. Can't get to it. Amatitis throws it back out to Chris Corrigan. Powell takes a peek, surveys his option, will just steer it on the backhand. Thrown back out into neutral ice and played back all the way. McVeigh will have to come out of his crease to elevate the puck. Doesn't get it cleanly over to Powell, but Schultz is there to clean up the loose change. And second opportunity for Powell, he just pops it up in the air.
A smart play by Powell. Just get the puck out of the zone, make sure it doesn't get iced.
Now Yates behind his own net. Starts his engine. Coming down the left wing side, draws the attention of a couple of Wolves defensively. Throws a weak shot on goal that Liskowitz continues to play on, but Binghamton stays on the forecheck. Logar almost got it back over to Yates, and Watertown in their own end hasn't had the cleanest of passes so far, and we'll see if that's a talking point that Coach Sherwood brings up during intermission and try to harp on in the second period to try to get some opportunities. Now Don Carter Jr. coming over, but Watertown is off sides at the line. 3:17 left to go. Watertown has tied the game up at 1. Back with you after these messages on Fox Sports 1430.
Served in the United States Air Force, serving during the Vietnam War. Please welcome Air Force veteran Bob Pratt. Bob, American Electric and Black Bears and all of our fans, thank you for your sacrifice and services. Fans of you or someone you know should be recognized as a hero of the game. Please visit BinghamtonBlackBears.com. Power outages are a thing of the past when you have a Generac home standby generator installed by the team at American Electric.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton, and Watertown has tied the game up at 1 apiece. They have 11 shots on goal. Binghamton has 14, and there's 3:17 left to go here in the first period, Alex.
Yeah, and just a hard-fought battle so far, Brooks. One of the tougher games, a little speaking going on before the face-off with the linesmen and the defenders about where they can line up, where they can't line up, that sort of thing. As the Black Bears win the draw, it ends up on Coachman's stick. Coachman sends it to Boilar. They head into the neutral zone.
Yeah, and we talked about it last night. Boilar and Coachman playing together. That's a very tough and physical defensive group as the Black Bears cross the line over. Kirkby circles up at the line, waits for everybody to get to a spot. And Jurich will chase after a loose puck in the corner. Playing it down low with Mac Lewis. And Jurich has it on his backhand. Sees that Boilar's back up in his regular spot up at the blue line. Boilar will come to pinch, paw it down legally to himself, but can't get the puck over to Jurich. But Watertown will send this down the length of the ice again. Doesn't make the line. It does, and another icing infraction against the Wolves.
And that one's coming all back 200 feet back in the Watertown zone. Another long shift for Watertown, coming off 2 hard-fought games. And you know what, Brooks, it's just going to be one of those days for Watertown. We'll see if their legs can stay underneath them.
Yeah, now face-off one, and Jurich throws it around. A little bit off target, but Liskowitz will hold on to it instead, knowing that if he gets a whistle right there, his team can change.
Well, and 100% Brooks. Also, Jurich there seeing there was a 3-person screen out in front of Liskowitz's net, thinks, you know what, I don't know if he's going to be able to see this one. And even if I put it off the body, Mac Lewis and Tyson Kirkby are right there for the easy tip-in for the goal.
About to have a special guest joining us here in the Jeff Keyes Auto Sales broadcast booth. We're going to get to that during the Excite Motorsports first intermission. Got highlights, stats, and more with a live interview for the first time this season. Boilar steers off Carter Jr., and now the Black Bears will go the other way. Tyson Kirkby on the right wing side through the middle of the ice. Jurich saucers one up, trying to find Boilar on the back door. That play worked last night, and that's how Kyle Powell scored the first goal of the game against Elmira. Now Chris Corrigan surveying his options. will just flutter it out into the neutral zone. JT Walters does an excellent job of stealing a man off the board, allowing the Black Bears to get possession of the puck. Now Jurch leaves it over for Kirkby. Kirkby on the backhand, power move to Thompson. Instead denied. D'Angelo, weak snapshot. And it'll be thrown down the length of the ice from Watertown as McVeigh holds on. That was tipped on by Trevor Lord. They were trying to connect on the stretch pass, but couldn't get all that handle on it.
And Brooks, even if that doesn't get touched by Trevor Lord, they're most likely not going to be icing. It was headed towards Riley McVeigh's net. He's got to play that 100 times out of 100.
We got Cole Parenti back in the lineup tonight for the media team. He's down at rink level. We're going to talk to Austin Thompson before we go to commercial, get his thoughts on the first period. So glad to see that Cole's back in the lineup and off the scratches list, let's just say that. D'Angelo coming on in on the backhand, uses his speed as a weapon, sees that Walters is above at the blue line. Leaves it though instead for Lopez down low. Thompson steering it to the open corner. D'Angelo had not yet made it back. Binghamton will pull the puck into their own zone as they touch up. 69 seconds left to go here. And Oliveri plays it off the board for Austin Thompson. Thompson waits for Lopez to come in, lend a hand, and now Kyle Powell tries to lay a hit on Gingrich. It turns into a 2-on-1 going the other way for Watertown. A shot and a save made by McVeigh. It almost leaked through. The puck was available as it squirted out at the last second, but McVeigh's done a very good job on these 2-on-1s tonight, not allowing any rebounds.
And an excellent job by Kyle Powell getting back there, making sure that puck stays out from beneath the legs of Riley McVeigh. Even if that whistle blows, you don't want to give a team any chance of putting that puck in the back of the net.
Just about 50 seconds left to go here in the first period. Face-off won by Gavin Yates. Schultz plays it cross ice over to the winger Lagar, and now Yates starts his engine. He's in stride. Nifty play, skate to stick, circling the wagon. Over to Schultz, a one-timer, a diving effort by Payne to nullify that scoring chance. And Watertown will throw it back out into the neutral zone. Schultz was loaded up, ready to go. And now Yates coming in. Sidesteps a man in on Liskowitz, but the former Black Bear robs Gavin Yates of a golden opportunity to give Binghamton the lead.
And behind the play, Brooks, Somero got tied up with a guy in front of the net for the Watertown Wolves. Both looked a little shaken up on the play. It looked like it was Wilson and Somero. Both got up very, very slowly, something to monitor going forward.
That's a big save from Owen Liskowitz, tracking it all the way with his glove. 18 seconds remaining here in the first period. It looks like we got a false start on the wingers. We're reset. Set face-off play here for the Black Bears. Somero vacating the right wing spot. Try to get in a one-timing position. 15 seconds remain in the period. Powell can't hold it in the zone. Trevor Lord tries to take it away from the assistant captain. A little bit of a pile up. 4 seconds left to go in the period. Final chance for the Black Bears. Somero crossing over the line, but that's going to be the horn. And after the first period, just like last night, Alex, we are tied at 1 aside.
Yeah, Brooks, 100% a incredibly up and down period. Looked like the Black Bears were dominating. However, Watertown able to get another goal into the net to tie it up on an unfortunate defensive play that just the puck literally squirted between the gap in between the defender's skate.
Well, that is Alex Jones. I'm Brooks Hill, and before we head to commercial, looks like Cole Parenti is grabbing Austin Thompson, and he's going to be standing by for our intermission interview. And as Cole is getting set up, looks like we're ready to go. So Cole, we're going to go ahead and throw it down to you with Austin Thompson.
All right, guys, I grabbed Austin Thompson. Austin, you got the first goal on the board. Can you kind of walk me through how that one found the back of the net?
You know, it was a good cycle down low. We got the Powell, just net front, good shot. Got a stick on it and I found a hole.
Austin, Don Oliveri recorded his 200th point on that play. Can you talk about the importance he's brought to this team since he came here?
Oh, he's just a smart guy with the puck. You know, he has lots of years of playing pro, and it's just nice to have someone like that on your line, just talking it out and knowing what to do.
All right, Austin, one more before I let you go. You're going up against Owen Dylan Liskowitz, a familiar goalie. What have you guys been able to really attack knowing him for as long as you did?
I can't give away all the secrets because he might watch this, but I know he had my number the whole time we played him. It's nice to finally pop one on him.
Thanks, Austin. Good luck the rest of the way. Brooks, Alex, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Cole, and thank you, Austin, for joining us before he gets into the locker room. And now we're going to get ready for commercial. We have another interview on the other side of this timeout. We're going to be joined with a national champion up here in the Jeff Kai's Auto Sales broadcast booth, Adam Bloodgood, from the Binghamton University hockey team, is going to be joining us on the other side of this timeout for a live interview. So don't go anywhere. The Excite Motorsports Intermission Report comes up next, right after this on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
As we line up for a nice little photo op with our teams tonight. Another shout out to our friends at Certified Textile Restoration Center for youth hockey this weekend.
So Adam is the goaltender
there
for
you go.
Binghamton University.
Ooh, pushing and shoving.
You guys just...
Season ticket holders, playoff tickets are now on sale. You can save up to 15% off when you sign up for our Pay As We Play plan. Visit the Black Bears office or give us a call at 607-722-7367. The Binghamton Black Bears are hosting First Responders Night on Saturday, April 1st. It is a day full of hockey. The Binghamton Police and Fire Department will kick off the day with the annual Hart Cup game at 3:30 p.m. inside Vision Veterans Memorial Arena, followed by the Binghamton Black Bears taking on the Columbus River Dragons at 7 p.m. The Black Bears will be wearing specialty first responders jerseys to pay tribute to the men and women who keep us safe, and there will be a post-game jersey auction to raise money for the American Heart Association immediately following the game. You can come to both games for just $15, and each ticket sold will be benefiting the American Heart Association as well. Tickets can be purchased by calling the office at 607-722-7367 or at binghamtonblackbears.com. The Binghamton Black Bears are once again hosting a Sock Out Cancer Night coming up on March 31st, presented by Security Mutual. Security Mutual will be tabling on the concourse raising money for Sock Out Cancer while the game is taking place. The Black Bears on the ice will be wearing specialty Sock Out Cancer jerseys for the first time this year, and they will be auctioned off live following the game. Auction proceeds will be benefiting the Sock Out Cancer Foundation, and tickets can be purchased by calling 607-722-7367 or visiting binghamtonblackbears.com. Black Bear fans, it's now time for the Bricks Barber Company Clip of the Week. Possession alive. Powell, down low, back over to Ivashkin. Powell loads it up for Boilar. One-timer, he scores! Back to Boilar, a power play goal. Penny Hard Seltzer getting their money's worth on the sponsorship tonight, and the Black Bears have the lead. Bricks Barber Company located in the number 5 Commons at 41 South Washington Street right here in downtown Binghamton. Give them a visit today.
If you're looking to install a beautiful, durable, and handcrafted countertop, call Atlas James Construction. The Southern Tier's most trusted stone fabrication will design and install your dream countertop and let you choose from a premium selection of natural stones like marble, granite, or quartzite. Stone or granite countertops starting as low as $35 per square foot installed. Schedule your free quote and receive a free sink with your countertop project. Call 607-275-5495.
You make me think of good things.
Good things.
Like calming tempers down.
Good things.
And passing them around.
So stand up and cheer. Well, that's good beer.
Good things. Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units, fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Magic 101.7.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 101.7. 100% local.
A wreck is a wreck. An arrest is an arrest. Alcohol, cough syrup, painkillers, sleeping pills. It doesn't matter. Impaired is impaired, and it will be prosecuted. Going out tonight? Your local police will be out too. Don't drive. Get a ride. Brought to you by your New York State Stop DWI program.
Into the slot, and Kirby scores on the one-timer.
You do not want to miss 1 minute of Binghamton Black Bear action this upcoming season. With individual game tickets as low as $10 and outstanding group rates, there is no reason to wait to get your tickets to book your group. Call 607-722-7367 or check us out online at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Don't settle for less. Ask for American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
Fans, the Black Bears are at home on Sunday, March 19th at 2 p.m. against the Watertown Wolves. This is the makeup game from the December 23rd night due to inclement weather. If you have a ticket stub from the December 23rd game, it is still valid to get you inside the gates. If you need to purchase additional tickets or have any questions, you can call the office at 607-722-7367.
As the puck below the net, centering pass in front, they score! 4-3 final.
Big one, boys. Who's got the suds?
No, boys, we got something better. What do we got? Jersey, bring us the Hennies. Yeah!
All right, I got the Hennies.
Got the Hennies, fellas. Start passing these out, eh? Ah, look at this bad boy. Cheers, baby.
Win like that calls for a real celebration.
Henny's Craft Made Hard Seltzer.
If you're gonna win with a Henny.
Are you kidding me? Bourbon flavor?
Welcome in, everybody, for the final part of the Excite Motorsports first intermission interview. Once again, thanks to Adam Bloodgood, the goaltender for the Bearcats hockey team that was honored before tonight's game, national champions, and that'll go with them for the rest of their lives. And Adam was a very well-spoken young man and was already talking about the next step of his life, looking for a job upon graduation. So we want to wish Adam and the rest of the Binghamton seniors the best of luck in that department. No games going on right now on the out-of-town scoreboard, but 2 are going to start at 4 and 4:30. Motor City and Carolina play the final game of their 3-game set. That's the rubber match at 4:05 down in Winston-Salem. And then Columbus goes for the sweep against Mississippi at 4:30 down in Georgia. That's a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Come back with the second period on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Today's academic program is brought to you by New York's 529, SEPQ, Guthrie, and Aspire Financial Group. Congratulations to all of the students in attendance tonight from Lathrop Elementary and Chocolate Valley Elementary Schools for your hard work in the classroom.
Hey, Christine, I'm going to have to go ahead and start talking because we just started. Welcome back to the second period, brought to you by Lofts at JC. It's a 1-1 contest here. And now Justin Coachman chasing after in his own side. Black Bears trying to get it out of their own zone. A shot put on by Moskal is deflected by McVeigh into the netting, and the first shot of the period belongs to Watertown. Tempers flaring right here at the beginning of the period. Boyd Lahr and Coachman both giving some extra shoves to Trevor Lord, Alex, as we're only 19 seconds into the period.
Yeah, and Lord was sticking up for Elijah Wilson, who ended up on the ice at the end of the play. Didn't really see what happened there, but you know, Lord's gonna have to, you always respect the guy who's willing to stand up for a teammate.
Watertown trying to get a little bit of a line change, and the linesman and referee saying that, no, you got to keep some guys on the ice. So Moskal will take this face-off. Or no, here's line up in the one-timing spot for Wilson to try to win it back cleanly to the lefty. Right back to Moskal, holds on. A shot blocked by Samaro out in front, ends up in the corner. Now the Black Bears will go the other way. Trying to get it out of the zone. Boyd Lahr held it in temporarily. Wilson dropped his twig on the way through, or either he was knocked out of his hand, one or the other. Moskal throws a shot right into the leg of Gavin Yates, and Yates a little shaken up after that, but stays on his feet, continues to play on. Don Carter now behind the net, sidesteps Boyd Lahr, going for a hip check. Has control of the puck, stopping and starting now in the face-off dot. All the way across, Seaman trying to center up through the blue paint, but instead Andrew Logar soccer styles it up to his blade, up to Gavin Yates. Yates coming in, centering up for Samaro, wide of the target. Nobody at the blue line for the Black Bears, and going the other way is Don Carter Jr. Skating in through the slot on his forehand. It's blocked by Walters and into the netting, out of play.
Yeah, unfortunately, Samaro there couldn't get his body around, got his skates too close together, and just ended up eating it on the ice and putting the puck over the net. If he gets his body through that one, I think that one ends up in the back of the net.
And now Tyson Kirkby, along with Mac Lewis and Tyler Jurich.
Seems like there's a bit of miscommunication on the lines for Watertown.
Yeah, Moscow's lined up, and you can tell that he really didn't even want to take that face off. He's going to be ushered out. And now Corgan's going to come.
Purposely getting a false start there, Brooks.
Yeah, now Corgan's going to come in. They're going to try to win it cleanly back to Moskal in the dot. going to be poked up, held in though, and the line temporarily by Tejan. Good play by Jurich. It's a 2-on-1 with Lewis. Jurich comes in, a slap shot, he scores! Only 3 away from history. Tyler Jurich gives the Black Bears the lead with a short side snipe.
Yeah, and Jurich saw that Owen Liskowitz was cheating a little bit to his right, expecting a pass going to Tyson Kirkby. And you know what? Jurich saw it and said, I'm going to take it, I'm going to rip it.
1:30 time of the goal, Tyler Jurich.
And an underrated part of this goal was the stick handling for Jurich to get it out of the zone.
It's an even strength goal for Binghamton. It's 2-1 in favor of the home squad. Face-off pulled back, and Jake Schultz starts his engine. Let's hear Frank Perney. 26 on the season now for Tyler Jurich. It's an unassisted play. And now Schultz looking for some more. Giving it over to Powell. Powell took his eye off of it, but good back check to get the puck right back. Makes up for it. And now Kirkby on his forehand plays him back over for Powell. Powell tried to saucer it over, elevating it off the ice over for Schultz. Instead, going to be knocked back out into the neutral zone. Blown tire right in front of the benches by Mac Lewis. He gets up, and here go off for a line change. Watertown dumps it in. This is icing. Who's going to be there first? Corrigan thought he was there, but linesman says that Jake Schultz was closest to the puck when he got to the dot. This will come all the way back.
Trainer service provider for the Binghamton Black Bears. Do you have a sports injury? Call an athletic trainer.
Oh, check that. The linesmen and referees get together, and they're going to say this is going to be a center ice face-off. That should have let that play continue on.
Tied up, and the Black Bears end up winning the draw.
Yeah, Lopez went down to his knees fighting for that face-off. And now he tries to get to a loose puck on the forecheck, but Watertown now playing down a goal. Starts their engine, coming back out through the neutral zone, but Don Oliveri does a great job of standing up a man at the blue line. And Justin Coachman's taken down in the defensive zone. We have the first penalty of the game. Lopez skating after it. Riley McVeigh to the bench. Extra attackers now out. And touched up, though, by the Wolves, and the Black Bears are headed to the Henny Hart Seltzer power play, Alex, for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and Chad Lopez there almost got around every defender that the Watertown Wolves, the fifth one, ended up being the one who touched up the puck for the penalty.
John Amatite is guilty of the tripping call.
Can't do that, Brooks. Not sure if he knows that. Can't put your stick right underneath somebody's skate blade.
Lopez tries to win the face-off to himself. Instead, Watertown will clear it out of the zone. And Matidis gets 2 for tripping. And now Oliveri has the puck behind the net, starting the breakout. Thompson, Lopez, Samero along with Oliveri. And Jake Schultz on this unit, first out on the ice. Schultz with the steal, tries to center it up for Lopez, trying to find Thompson on the back door, but the puck kept jumping end over end. Nobody could get to it. Samero now with the power play goal already on his resume. Gets it back to the blue line. One touch between the legs from Oliveri. Nifty little pass. Thompson in front between the legs on the shot, and instead going to be cleared out of the way. Nothing coming on that one. McVeigh plays it up all the way for Thompson at the blue line. Kirkby now out on the ice in the partial change. Kirkby tries to steer it in down low. Watertown got to it momentarily, and now Corrigan pokes it forward. Nobody back for Binghamton, so McVeigh has to come out of his net to play the puck. Kirkby sealed off against the boards. Over the halfway point through this power play opportunity. Stolen away, though, by Mac Lewis. 2-on-1. Make it 3 with Oliveri and Jurich. Oliveri, a one-timer. Liskowitz made the save. One-touch pass, return feed from Jurich. And Oliveri almost with his 5th goal of the year.
Yeah, I personally would have liked to see Oliveri go back to Jurich there. Jurich got the hot stick right now. There was enough time where if Oliveri got, oh, you know what, now that I'm looking at it, Brooks changed that. Oliveri took the higher percentage shot. He could have threaded it through to Jurich. It would have been a good opportunity, but that's a higher risk play when you're on the power play.
One back, and now Powell, Kirkby, Jurich, Yates, and Lewis on the ice. Second on the ice, but they were out there when that penalty happened as Powell goes indirectly off the boards, and Liskowitz knows that play. And here just come out and hold for a whistle, so another face-off coming up.
And that was an aggressive play by the Watertown Wolves that led to that 3-on-1. The Black Bears were in a change. They pushed a defender up onto the blue line. Black Bears were able to get it away from the defender, which led to the 3-on-1. Very late changes. What I've been noticing is Watertown has been doing incredibly late changes so far this game.
A little bit of gamesmanship, giving their guys a little bit of extra breath. Yates over to Kirkby on the power play that's got 20 seconds left. Powell and Kirkby will trade spots. Now Kirkby, the top of the umbrella, all the way across for Jurich. He was robbed by Liskowitz, looking for goal number 2 on the night. What a play by the Watertown goalie.
And Brooks, that's what's so valuable about having a goaltender with the frame of Liskowitz. They're able to cover so much more ice than someone of a smaller stature.
Jurich skating over to the bench and fake breaking his stick. Bo Jackson style over his knee. So he'll stay out there instead. 10 seconds left to go. Yates pushes it forward. And now Jurich will skate away and Coachman will take his spot. Samaro all the way across, barely over the blue line. So Binghamton will go 0 for 1 on the power play. Their first opportunity on the first penalty of the game.
And not for a lack of trying, Brooks.
No, they got a couple of good chances, but Liskowitz kept this game a 1-goal affair for the time being. Yates now with the puck behind his own net. Brushes off a hit from Wilson as Wilson blew a tire, crashing into the wall. And leads to a turnover. Now Wilson's going to be to the puck. He runs into Boilar, but Boilar with the bigger frame is going to push him aside. Action coming the other way. Samaro cross ice over for Lagar. Toe drag, stays with it, but Boilar not in the spot to play the puck there. All the way across. Gingrich got to it. D-to-D passing failed for the Black Bears. Coachman and Gingrich get tied up a little bit. Puck jumps over in front of the net. Bodies flying across the ice now. And this could be a 2-on-1 going the other way. Yates and Samaro. Yates coming in, and a shot deflects off of the goalie and into the back of the net. Black Bears up by 2. Gavin Yates with his 17th of the season.
And Brooks, you can see the Black Bears have picked up on something about Owen Liskowitz. On a 2-on-1, he really starts to cheat towards the opposing, towards the forward, crashing the opposite side, expecting the pass. Twice tonight, the Black Bears have taken advantage of him cheating it a little bit early and sneaking it under. First the trapper, then the blocker.
6:04 time of the goal. Black Bears lead by 2. Gavin Yates off of Liskowitz and into the net. It's 3-1 Binghamton over Watertown. Watertown was able to beat the Black Bears one time. It was the second time in this building that Watertown was able to defeat the home team. But since then, it's all been Black Bears. Knuckle puck from Oliveri. It's a little bit too hard to handle on the rebound. Andrew Logar with his first point as a Black Bear here at home. Got one on Friday in Elmira on an assist. No, excuse me, that's his first point as a Black Bear. That was Samaro in Elmira. So congratulations to Logar on his first professional hockey point. Oliveri will dump it in from the red line. D'Angelo skating after it. D'Angelo taken down by Baker, gets back up to his feet though. Amatitis to the loose puck though, and it's a 3-on-2 for Watertown coming the other way. Into the bumper for Carter, trying to get it over to Amatitis, but a beautiful back check by D'Angelo. No, they're going to say that is a penalty, Alex.
Yeah, I don't agree with that one, Brooks. They called it a slash. Gino got his stick around It was a good stick check. I don't know how you call that one a slash without a stick break or a direct interruption of the play where he loses his stick.
D'Angelo guilty of the 2-minute minor. We're going to find out what Watertown has on their power play when we come back on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Another beautiful goal, another pizza winner. It's time for the Cheese Lucky Slice. Who gets some coupons today? Section 11. You guys all get coupons for 2 free slices of pizza courtesy of our friends at New Cheese. Today's time of days, local student of the game. Hi, and I have our student of the game right here. She's a little shy. How you doing? Hi. She knows she's a winner. She gets a coupon from our friends at Knuckles Inc. And
Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. Watertown's on the power play, and Gino D'Angelo, unfortunately, is sitting down in the penalty box, Alex.
Yeah, that was a bad call. I'm just going to straight up say it. A bad call by the official. That wasn't a slash. It was a perfect stick check by Gino D'Angelo getting back on there. Just feels like maybe a bit of a makeup call.
Face-off's going to be won back by the Wolves. Muscall is going to operate at the top of the umbrella. Always dangerous, but his shot will be blocked by Kirkby. Kirkby down, trying to swipe it out of the zone. Is not going to prove fruition as Watertown still has control of the puck. Wilson, a shot, and it's in. The 10th power play in the FPHL has struck on their first opportunity tonight. And Watertown inches a little bit closer, cutting the lead in half, now down by 1.
Yeah, and just an excellent job by an excellent snipe from the top of the point, a good shot into the back of the net. Riley McVeigh heavily screened in front of the net, threw a lot of bodies. It's hard to pick up that puck. Saw Riley had dropped his shoulder down a bit, was already a little low in the net, and that upper left-hand corner was open.
All right, now back to the action. 1-goal contest again, as Carter will chase after a loose puck. He's going to start his engine. Everett Thompson hasn't seen a lot of ice time tonight as the 10th forward, but he gets on his horse. Watertown was offsides a little early into the line. So
and we see, Brooks, the butterfly effect of a penalty call in the zone. You're now down, you're now up 3-2 instead of a 3-1 lead. But you know what they say about 2-goal leads in hockey? They're the most dangerous leads.
Tyson Kirkby will face off with Don Carter Jr. Good Sunday crowd here in attendance. Our friend Bobby's still in the ticket office getting people in the gates, and I was talking with him last night after the contest a little bit, and he says sometimes he'll still have people coming up to the office in the third period wanting to get a ticket just for the game.
Yeah, and Brooks, that's the thing about Black Bears hockey. You can't miss a minute of it, even though sometimes people have other things going on. They just want to get here for the game.
Now Powell on his backhand steers it out, takes a hit at the last second from Amatitas right in front of the curved glass. Always got to watch out for that. Blown tire down low from Payne as they try to connect with Tyler Jurich for another goal, but Liskowitz decides to take a pause in the action instead.
Yeah, and that's a smart choice by Liskowitz to melt that down. You got a guy on the ice in the corner. You don't have the numbers with you. Allowed to get a change, get some fresh legs out there for a tired Watertown Wolves team.
Face-off won back by the Black Bears, and Powell looking for a tip. Got one from Watertown's Lincoln Gingrich out in front. Now Somero stopping and starting. Was a shot on, and it's blockered away by Liskowitz, I believe. If he got a piece of it all the way across, back over for Logar. Logar into the bumper for Somero. I think Powell thought he was going to shoot it. Good passing by the Black Bears right there as Schultz puts a shot on. Rebound still available. They try to get to the loose puck, but Watertown's going to escape harm and go the other way. Gingrich puts a shot that's easily snared by McVeigh with no net front traffic. 11-13 left to go in Watertown in a 1-goal contest.
And an excellent choice by Riley to melt that down. Samaro had a lane if he dropped it off to him to possibly get the puck out. Take the smart choice, allow your defense to get set up behind the net by winning the draw, and start your breakout play.
All right, face-off one back by Wilson, and Muscall turnaround shot. And I think that went off the top of McVeigh's blocker right there. And that's just how deadly Muscall can be at any point. If he can get it on his forehand, he can shoot it from just about anywhere. Almost actually just shot it from behind the net. Wilson a one-timer wide of the net. Muscall and Wilson doing a lot of the heavy lifting with Trevor Lord tonight for the Black Bears, but it's a 2-on-1 coming the other way. Oliveri with Thompson. Oliveri comes in, tries to outweigh Liskowitz, tries to bank it in off the goalie. Waiting for the referee. They say that he stays out. And Liskowitz with a nifty save right there as Oliveri tried to sneak it in off the back of Liskowitz.
And as we see in the Ions Energy replay, Brooks, an excellent job holding there, trying to slap it into the back of the net, not getting there, but an excellent heads-up play by Oliveri to be like, you know what, there's going to be a bit. Owen committed so hard to that side. Yeah. Hey, Black Bears goal, Brooks.
Yeah, right as you were talking, off the face-off, Don Oliveri with the goal, 5th of the season. Top shelf on the left side, and Binghamton back up by 2.
And a little barking going on between the benches as players come off the ice for the Watertown Wolves, getting in Oliveri's ear. Black Bears win the draw, ends up on Coachman's skate over to Boilar.
And now Coachman tries another stretch pass for Oliveri. Black Bears up by 2, a little bit of life re-entering the building. Liskowitz steers it on the backhand over, and that's where Stevens going to collect the puck. Lopez re-enters the zone, cross corner dump in, near side corner dump in. Held in by Coachman. His shot will be blocked partially by Gingrich. It's the Burger King burger goal as well. So a lot of hungry fans going home with a free cheeseburger coupon courtesy of our friends over at Burger King.
And a big hit by Matthew Boilar, Brooks.
Now Boilar behind the net. And Chad Lopez comes in, lend a hand, take the puck out himself, and you gotta love that. Boilar will just play the body. Lopez will come in, take the puck. Austin Thompson skating in through the faceoff dot. Shot blocked by a defenseman out in front. Boilar, end over end off a tip. Ends up behind the net, inside the trapezoid. Thompson taking a peek. Nobody's over at that blue line for the Black Bears as Boilar is at the end of his shift. Kyle Powell coming on to replace him. Schultz stripped of the puck, back out into the neutral zone. Black Bears touch up very quickly, but Oliveri decides to pull it back. Remember, Oliveri's playing forward tonight for the Black Bears as he takes a little bit of a bump, but Kyle Powell coming in on the back check. Oliveri in. Shot on goal. Liskowitz makes the save, and Tejan and Oliveri with a little bit of a shove each way, but looks like Oliveri's just going to skate away after that one.
And Oliveri's been playing the body hard all night. You know, an excellent job there on, as we saw on the Heinz Energy replay. Oliveri off the set play, buries it in the back of the net.
Timeout, come back with more. Black Bears up by 2 thanks to Don Oliveri. More to come after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton.
Rebecca Peaks Group, IBM, BAE Systems, Froome Bituminous Products, Southern Tier Hockey Association, Binghamton Hockey Booster Club, Visions Federal Credit Union, and our season ticket holders. If you'd like to be recognized as a group, call 607-722-7367 or visit BinghamtonBlackBears.com.
It's now time for the Rich Barber Company Clip of the Week.
Samaro scores, cashing in his first goal at home as a Black Bear, second as a professional hockey player.
Rich Barber Company located in number 5 Commons at 41 South Washington Street, right here.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. And now we have a momentarily pause as they wait for the red light to go off at the penalty box. Tyson Kirkby will take this face-off. 9:06 left to go in the period, Alex, but Don Oliveri picks up another goal, and Binghamton is back up by 2.
Yeah, and an excellent job. Binghamton getting more offensive possession here with the win by Tyson Kirkby.
Yeah, and now Watertown gets over to a loose puck on the near side boards at the bottom of the screen. Trevor Lord tries to connect on a stretch pass to Mescal, but Powell was ready in the right spot for that one. Now Kirkby centering up. Everett Thompson trying to connect with Tyler Jurich. Goes through his skates, but Powell will put a slap shot on, and Liskowitz will hold on again.
Yeah, Kirkby just missed a tip that would have snuck right under the glove of Owen Liskowitz.
8:40 left to go here in this one, in the second period, I should say.
Watertown setting up some sort of preset play here, going over defensive assignments.
Now Kirkby tied up with Carter. Going to be won back by the Wolves center. Now Carter with the puck. He's going to try to throw it out of the zone, but he's marked with Kirkby behind the net. So here, just pause for a brief second. McGuire cross ice over to Horn. That'll be knocked away by Jake Schultz, but Watertown knocks it back into McVeigh's side of the ice. Indirect passing off the boards for the Black Bears here as Mac Lewis does a good job sidestepping a hit. You can feel that Watertown's being a little bit more aggressive this period, Alex, as Tyler Jurich crosses over the red line and plays it over for Powell. Powell trying to center up for Jurich. It was knocked up into the air. It goes off the head of Tejan. Powell in front, low angle blocked on the way through. Second opportunity is sent into the net. Out of play with 7:52 remaining.
And Brooks, there, Kyle Powell's got a great shooting opportunity. However, if he picks his eyes up, Gavin Yates was screaming off the bench coming onto the field, or coming onto the rink, and had a great lane to take a shot right in between the center circles for what would have been a pretty high percentage chance at goal.
Face-off will be pushed down the length of the ice. This is icing against Watertown as JT Walters is back to the dot first. And everybody will stay put in the same spot and they'll try again.
Looks like Logar, Yates, and Somero out there, Brooks.
Yeah, Yates, the veteran, with 2 rookies out there. But Yates, with the speed of a rookie, wouldn't know that he's been playing in the leagues for a couple of years, and here pull it behind his own net. This is what he normally does, but he'll leave it for Walters this time. Get a little bit of momentum. Walters maybe hit a dry spot with the puck, so he lost temporary control. He's going to reset and try to do it all again. This time he leaves it for Yates. Swiped away and turned over right back to Watertown, but giving it right back to D'Angelo. Yates skating through the red line over to Somero. Somero tries to survey his options, cross ice over to Logar in stride, outweights the defenseman, tries to center up for Yates, but a stick on the way through blocks that pass and centering attempt. Walters decides not to pinch as that puck is flicked up high. Oh man, I almost got it. As that's going to come down. I was ready for it. Oh man, if I would have caught that puck, everybody would have never heard the end of it.
And I'll tell you what, Brooks, the Black Bears are headed to the Henny Hart Seltzer power play. Lord's going to the box for delay a game.
Yeah, second penalty of the game for Watertown, third of the night. 13-12 time in the penalty. Had to do that math in my head real quick. All 3 penalties have come in this period. Did not have one in the first.
Black Bears win the draw, start it into the cycle on the stick of Don Oliveri, gets it over to Schultz.
Oh yeah, Schultz gonna load the cannon, hit it right into the chest of the former goaltender for the Black Bears. It'll roll wide. And it's a puck over the glass, delay a game penalty against Watertown. Schultz trying to get across to Somero. Lopez didn't know, and he inadvertently in that pass. Now Schultz in the face-off dot. Back over to Lopez. Shot that was blocked from behind from Wilson, getting a stick in there at the last second. Oliveri holding the blue line. Gets it over to Lopez, and Oliveri sends Wilson down to the ice. Cross pass over to Samero. 40 seconds gone on the Henny Hard Seltzer power play. Lopez turns it around. Oliveri on the backhand trying to center up. Lopez taken down in front. It gets past Samero at the blue line, and they're going to change the extra attacking unit. And the Jurich unit will come out now with 5:50 left to go. In the period, a minute left in the power play. Kirkby skates in. Double teamed down low. Gets it over to Yates. Powell and Kirkby now play catch with it at the blue line. Jurich is loading it up for a one-timer. Doesn't like that pass he got from Powell. He'll give it right back. One touch across. Couldn't be put on target cleanly by Thompson. As he was waiting for a one-timer, came a little bit hot off his stick. And he had to settle it down before throwing that one on goal where Liskowitz made the save.
Yeah, and I think Thompson, if he settles that one a little bit better, it just sort of sits wrong on his stick when it gets there. It takes him a half-second longer than he would have liked to get that shot off for a more advantageous scoring chance.
.35 seconds left to go. They wait for Liskowitz to get his equipment back on. Set play off the face-off. Powell and Jurich will trade places. They find Yates up in the bumper, but no clean handle for the Black Bears ends that play. Slap pass over to Kirkby. One-timer kick save. Liskowitz held in by Powell at the blue line. Second try for Kirkby. And another save made by Liskowitz on Tyson Kirkby.
Tell you what, Brooks, on that first chance, it was an excellent job by Mac Lewis. One of the Watertown defenders tried to clear the puck. I believe that was Timothy Payne who tried to clear it. And Mac Lewis gets his stick right on Payne's stick and stops. It was actually Brandon Baker. Brandon Baker tries to clear the puck. Mac Lewis does a great job of stopping him before he gets the chance.
Jurich, a one-timer that's blocked on the way through by Gingrich. Held in, though, by Jurich. 12 seconds left to go in the power play. Final chance for the Black Bears. Lewis holds it in. Now Yates. A wrist shot that's blocked on the way through. And Kirkby and Powell skating backwards as Watertown does kill off the power play for the Black Bears. They fall to 0 for 2 on the night, while Watertown is 1 for 1. McVeigh with the save there coming into the zone. And Yates with the loose puck. Skates out of harm's way. Lewis at the blue line. Tries to dump it in, but it'll be poked out back into neutral ice again. And it looks like Binghamton's in the middle of a line change as well. Try to connect with Austin Thompson on the way through. Check that, Everett, not Austin. As that puck is going to be floated back out. Red line, Samero settles it down, plays it back to the defense. Smart play, let everybody get set up. Samero, Logar, and Thompson out there as forward. Samero touching up. Back up to the blue line for Coachman. Coachman fumbled with it a little bit, but it works out. Logar tried to settle it down through a shot on a turnaround style that was blocked by McGuire. Wrapping all the way around the boards now. Coachman pinching in, as that'll be steered out of play by Liskowitz with the paddle, deflecting it into the netting and out of play with 3:40 left to go.
And a great shot by Justin Coachman, getting a shot on net that forces Liskowitz to put it out of play.
Take a timeout, come back with more. Black Bears lead 4-2 here with 3:40 left to go in the second period on Fox Sports 1430.
It's everyone's favorite, the Triple Cities Family Rental Kiss Games. On the rep, everybody. There you go, touch me one. There you go. Twice the winners. Who's you guys? Looking right-handed. There you go. How about you two? There you go. Want to go another time? No. How about you guys? Hashtag kiss. There you go.
Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. And it's going to be the Lopez line with Austin Thompson and Oliveri. Now with Coachman and Boylar. Out there trying to extend this lead up to 3. 2 is the largest lead of the night. Watertown has not led. They have tied the game up at 1. And then at 3, they got 1. And then there's another Don Oliveri right off the face-off again, following the loose puck, pokes it in past Liskowitz. And the Black Bears now with 5 on the night. They're up by 3. Don Oliveri with his second of the night.
And an excellent shot opportunity by Chad Lopez, ripping it right off the face-off. I think that was Chad Lopez, who maybe Tyler Church, who got that shot on. An excellent job. Whoever put the shot on net to make Owen Liskowitz, it was almost a goal in itself. Chad Lopez off the face-off gets the shot. Awkward save attempt for Owen Liskowitz, and Don Oliveri is able to tally his second of the game, third of the weekend stretch.
Now McGuire coming in, trying to end this scoring run for Binghamton. Binghamton now up by 3, and that's exactly what they will do. Don Carter cuts right into the lead right away, and it's back to a 2-goal game just like that.
And you know what? Binghamton got a little bit outside their comfort zone, outside of where they wanted to be on that defensive zone. Just allow a high quality real estate chance at goal right in front of Riley McVeigh. No defenders in front. Easy goal for the Watertown Wolves.
Yeah, I was writing down some notes in my book here, and unfortunately I miswrote. But what I can tell you, it's 5-3 now. Don Carter Jr., the latest goal scorer for Watertown after the Don Oliveri goal, following up a goal with a goal on the shift for Watertown. Now Amatitis coming in. His shot's blocked, goes off the glass. Carter and Lewis take a little bit of a bump on the way through. D'Angelo sidesteps a hit, and now Jurich tries to leave it over for D'Angelo. It works out. Not the way he drew it up, but hey, sometimes you got to get lucky. And no shot will come of it, though, as Watertown gets lucky on the defensive side, coming up with a loose puck. And Matitis' slap shot from the red line is held on to by McVeigh with 2:40 left to go in the period.
And just a tough shot for Riley to get back in play. Hits him right in the middle of the Black Bears logo. High rate of speed. Just eat that puck. Let your team get a change, get the face off, get out of the zone. Start your breakout play.
8 goals combined between the two sides after we only had 2 goals in the first period. Samaro cross ice in stride over for Yates. Coming in, a wrist shot. That's going to be saved by Liskowitz. Samaro collided with the goaltender, but got up quickly. Nothing will come of that one. And now Horn coming in. Shot blocked on the way through by Powell. Centering attempt, popped up high into the air. Samaro's the first man to locate it. The Black Bears try to go the other way. Yates will brush off a hit. Samaro one touch, centering up in the skates of Logar. Not on his tape. He was all alone out in front. The forwards touch up very quickly, and Logar gives it right back to Yates. Yates comes in. Yates will center up for Samaro. Top of the crease, Liskowitz tries to cover up, and sprawling in the angel position, he does so. Laying down with his chest on the ice, Liskowitz makes the save.
And that was a dangerous opportunity for a rebound with Samaro. That close to Liskowitz, you can see why he goes all out to freeze the puck there.
Minute 52 from the second period break. We've got another Excite Motorsports intermission report coming up. We also got Cole Parenti standing down ringside ready to go. And looks like Don Oliveri is going to get called for a hold here, and the Watertown power play is going to be right back out on the ice.
I'll tell you what, Brooks, this, you know, you can feel the energy of the crowd low down a little bit. Oliveri, you could hear the officials saying, that's a hold, you literally can't do that.
18-18 time in the penalty. 4th penalty of the period, 2 aside. Don Oliveri, second infraction. It's a holding call.
Surprised as well, Brooks, as Oliveri skated, was standing in front of the bench. A Watertown player came over, gave him a nice little shove. Normally, that's the type of thing the officials don't want to allow because you get the retribution after retribution with it.
Faceoff's going to be won back by Kirkby, and Walters will slap this one down the length of the ice. So step one, win the faceoff. Step two, clear it down the ice. And now we'll see if the Black Bears can get set up defensively for another Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill.
You know, one thing I'm noticing, Brooks, is Watertown having a little trouble connecting in their own zone, both on the power play and not on the power play. You have to wonder if it's the high turnover rate they've had, releasing 6 players in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, that could be a reason. Corrigan now coming in, throws a shot that's blocked by Walters behind the net. It'll hop over the stick of Colton McGuire, who was manning the blue line. Mac Lewis will get off on a change, and Everett Thompson will come take his spot. Black Bears will have to kill off the remaining game time here with under a minute left to go and get to the locker room. And Watertown could carry over some power play time to the third period. Schultz will slap this one down the length of the ice. Takes some funny bounces gliding on top of the sheet. And off the inboard, Liskowitz had to squeeze the legs tight to make sure it doesn't pop out and take a funny bounce. Watertown almost get caught with too many men on the ice, so that'll allow the Black Bears to touch up with it. Everett Thompson can't clear it, and Don Carter comes in. His shot's blocked, 25 seconds left to go. Cross ice pass, intercepted by Schultz, and Thompson will slap it down the length of the ice. Final push for Watertown. Here, 15 seconds remaining in the period. Black Bears getting a little aggressive on the shorthanded forechecking group. And now 3-on-3 coming Watertown the other way. 5 seconds left to go. Trevor Lord coming in, and he scores before the horn. It'll be a 1-goal game. 1 second left to go in the period. And Trevor Lord pulls it to the forehand and gets it past McVeigh. 5-4 going into the locker room.
And you have to think a little bit, Watertown taking advantage of how aggressive the Black Bears are in their penalty kill. Stacking 2 guys, expecting Boylard to take the body on the first one, drops it off onto Trevor Lord's stick. Lord walks in, puts it top shelf.
Binghamton was up by 3 at one point, and then very quickly goes the other way.
There's only 4-on-4 on the ice right now, Brooks. It's an intriguing glitch that happened in the matrix there.
Yep, there's the 5th right there. So after the last Oliveri goal, Don Carter answered, making it 5-3. And a little bit of a poke, and now Justin Coachman wants a piece right before the horn. There's a lot of pileups. Everett Thompson's got a hold of Tim Payne. Coachman wants a piece of Mescal.
And Gingrich and Jurich next to each other. All because Mescal gave Jurich a little shot in between the area you don't want to take a shot on.
Referees telling everybody to stay put while they sort this out.
As Don Carter Jr. comes on the ice, Liskowitz and Riley, I'm sure, sharing some pleasantries, not really talking about possibly going into any sort of fisticuffs at this point.
Looks like they're going to tell everybody to go ahead and head to the locker room. Liskowitz is going to head back for his water bottle. People may be thinking they were going to get treated to a goalie fight. They were incorrect. Liskowitz and McVeigh were just catching up with each other. And right before the horn, Trevor Lord grabs the goal. But we have Cole Parenti getting ready to stand by. He's with Gino D'Angelo. And so now we're going to turn it over to Cole, who's standing by with the hometown kid. Take it away, Cole.
All right, guys, I'm here with Mr. 100, Gino D'Angelo. Gino, first off, congratulations on 100. What is it like to even hear that 100 games, not only in this league, but coming to the arena you grew up going to?
It means a lot. I mean, even to get like 1 or 2 games, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling, but to be able to have 100, it means that much more. It's, getting close to the playoffs, so it's starting to get like a grind, but we love it, so.
Gino, I've called you a Swiss Army blade because you've been able to play offense, forward, I should say, and defense. How have you been able to adapt your game to what Coach Sherwood needs you to do?
Like I said, back a couple of weeks ago, he asked me if I could play defense. I told him, yeah, I played a little bit back in high school, back in a little bit of juniors, so I know what to do back there, and it's just like getting the hang of it, getting the speed of the game as defense. So but it's just fun. It's learning a new position, really, and like it's challenging, and that's what makes it so much more fun. So.
All right, Gino, one more before I let you go. You guys potted 4 goals that period, I should say. I'm sorry. What did you like about your team's jump? They looked like they had a little extra buzz in each shift.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking good. We're rolling. The boys are flying, getting shots on net, and that's really all we need. Keep the pucks out of our end at this next period, and then clean it up, and then take that win home. That's all we got to do.
All right, Gino, good luck the rest of the way, and again, congratulations. Brooks, Alex, I'm falling on the ice, so I'm going to throw it back to you guys.
All right, Cole, thank you. Make sure you get some better traction on those tennis shoes down there. But a great interview with Gino D'Angelo talking about coming to the arena that he grew up in. So a good opportunity for D'Angelo to play for the hometown team. Congratulations once again to Gino D'Angelo on 100 games played. We're going to take a timeout. Come back with more after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton.
Season ticket holders, playoff tickets are now on sale. You can save up to 15% off when you sign up for our Pay As We Play plan. Visit the Black Bears office or give us a call at 607-722-7367. The Binghamton Black Bears are hosting First Responders Night on Saturday, April 1st. It is a day full of hockey. The Binghamton Police and Fire Department will kick off the day with the annual Hart Cup game at 3:30 p.m. inside Vision Veterans Memorial Arena, followed by the Binghamton Black Bears taking on the Columbus River Dragons at 7 p.m. The Black Bears will be wearing specialty First Responders jerseys to pay tribute to the men and women who keep us safe, and there will be a post-game jersey auction to raise money for the American Heart Association immediately following the game. You can come to both games for just $15, and each ticket sold will be benefiting the American Heart Association as well. Tickets can be purchased by calling the office at 607-722-7367 or at binghamtonblackbears.com. The Binghamton Black Bears are once again hosting Sock Out Cancer Night coming up on March 31st, presented by Security Mutual. Security Mutual will be tabling on the concourse raising money for Sock Out Cancer while the game is taking place. The Black Bears on the ice will be wearing specialty Sock Out Cancer jerseys for the first time this year, and they will be auctioned off live following the game. Auction proceeds will be benefiting the Sock Out Cancer Foundation, and tickets can be purchased by calling 607-722-7367 or visiting binghamtonblackbears.com. Black Bear fans, it's now time for the Bricks Barber Company Clip of the Week.
Possession alive. Powell, down low, back over to Ivashkin. Powell loads it up for Boilar. One-timer, he scores! Matthew Boilar, a power play goal. Kenny Hard-Seltzer getting their money's worth on the sponsorship tonight, and the Black Bears have the lead.
Bricks Barber Company located in the number 5 Commons at 41 South Washington Street right here in downtown Binghamton. Give them a visit today.
If you're looking to install a beautiful, durable, and handcrafted countertop, call Atlas James Construction. The Southern Tier's most trusted stone fabrication will design and install your dream countertop and let you choose from a premium selection of natural stones like marble, granite, or quartzite. Stone or granite countertops starting as low as $35 per square foot installed. Schedule your free quote and receive a free sink with your countertop project. Call 607-275-5495.
You make me think of good things.
Good things.
Like calming tempers down.
Good things.
And passing them around.
So stand up and cheer. Well, that's good beer.
Good things. Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units, fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Magic 101.7.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 101.7. 100% local.
A wreck is a wreck. An arrest is an arrest. Alcohol, cough syrup, painkillers, sleeping pills. It doesn't matter. Impaired is impaired, and it will be prosecuted. Going out tonight? Your local police will be out too. Don't drive. Get a ride. Brought to you by your New York State Stop DWI program.
Into the slot, and Kirby scores on the one-timer.
You do not want to miss 1 minute of Binghamton Black Bear action this upcoming season. With individual game tickets as low as $10 and outstanding group rates, there is no reason to wait to get your tickets to book your group. Call 607-722-7367 or check us out online at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Don't settle for less. Ask for American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
Fans, the Black Bears are at home on Sunday, March 19th at 2 p.m. against the Watertown Wolves. This is the makeup game from the December 23rd night due to inclement weather. If you have a ticket stub from the December 23rd game, it is still valid to get you inside the gates. If you need to purchase additional tickets or have any questions, you can call the office at 607-722-7367.
As the puck below the net, centering pass in front, they score! 4-3 final.
Big one, boys. Who's got the suds? No, boys. We got something better. What do we got? Jersey, bring us the Hennies. Yeah!
All right, I got the Hennies.
Got the Hennies, fellas. Start passing these out, eh? Ah, look at this bad boy. Cheers, baby.
A win like that calls for a real celebration.
Henny's Craft Made Hard Seltzer.
If you're gonna win with a Henny.
kidding me? Bourbon flavor?
Time for the third period with your Binghamton Black
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. Justin Coachman and Parker Moscal sitting in the penalty box. One per side here. That penalty comes at the 20-minute mark of period number 2, Alex. Not something that you see every day, but count them up. How many guys do you see aside, Alex?
We got 5 aside, Brooks. My first wrong wager of the weekend.
All right, well, hopefully you don't get on a cold streak here, as you've been pretty good the rest of the way. So officially 6 penalties in that second period, 3 aside, as the last 2 come with no time left on the clock.
You know what, Brooks? It is, I'm not sure how many are going to be on the ice because we got guys hanging out towards the bench. There's 5 on the block.
Oh yeah, Don Carter Jr. is hanging out by the bench right now. There's 4 guys for Watertown lined up. A couple of guys down low in Riley McVeigh's crease, as there might be a little bit of a puddle, or maybe the ice was a little uneven. Something that the referee and the linesmen are talking to McVeigh about.
Normally they're looking for in case there's some sort of, bump in the ice where if that puck's going even down the ice or along the surface, it doesn't hop up. And look at that, Brooks, we're down to 4-on-4.
Yep, all right, so it looks like Alex turns his gamble into a wager. There you go, all right.
Ironically, 4-on-4 for 4.
And now Gavin Yates will start the third period, presented by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. They are built to a higher standard, and Yates will pull it all the way behind his own net. And now Jake Schultz collects the loose change at the blue line. Tries to saucer it over, but a good stick by Lord puts it right back out into the neutral zone, and Schultz and the Black Bears will have to try again. 2 for roughing. 20 minutes of the second period. Time of the penalty. So we skate 4-on-4 aside. Watertown with 4 goals on their board. Binghamton with 5. Centering pass can't be connected with by Samero, and he takes a little bit of a late shove behind the play, and Schultz doesn't want to keep that puck in the zone. He wants everybody to come back out, reset. Samero coming in, cross ice, over for Oliveri now, searching for his first hat trick as a Black Bear. He has 5 goals on the season, and very quickly will steer aside on the back check, and Oliveri this shift will be playing defense as Jurich and Yates are out there right now, forwards. Carter coming in, into the slot, has it poked away by Oliveri. Can Watertown keep it in? They cannot. Tyler Jurich with a stick lift at the last second to pick the pocket of the Wolf at the blue line. Crowd wanting something to cheer about. Binghamton trying to give something for them. Walters in across the blue line. Throws it on target right into the chest of Liskowitz, who will let it fall into his glove and hang on. 25 seconds left to go at 4-on-4.
And that's the advantage of having people like Don Oliveri, like Gino D'Angelo, who can play at multiple positions on the ice. It gives you more flexibility for a situation like this.
Kirby wins the face-off. Oliveri holds it in temporarily, but then Payne, wearing the full shield, loses the puck after he got it out of the zone. Oliveri double teamed, one from the front and one from the back as Payne tries to throw it all the way across the ice. Oliveri takes a peek up at the board. Looks like we're going to have guys coming out of the box, and Mescal and Coachman have returned. Now, 2-on-1, late developing, but a good effort from Jurich on the defensive side. Tipped on, McVeigh makes the save on a shot from the point. That might have been Mescal holding the zone. No, excuse me, that's Baker instead. Watertown is offside, so they just throw it in and let Coachman chase after it while they get 5 fresh bodies out on the ice.
Black Bears able to go for a full change as well, Brooks.
Powell behind his net surveys his options. He's paired up with Jake Schultz, as they've been paired up all weekend. One of the defensive pairings that hasn't been tinkered with. Now Lopez coming on in. Left wing side. Tried to put a wrister on. He fanned on it. Schultz sends a man down to the ice. Heavy hit laid on by the captain as Kyle Powell chases after it. Trevor Lord been on the receiving end of a couple of big-time hits from the Black Bears tonight. Powell tries to drag in, and a hip check put on by Tahan. That gets Watertown excited a little bit. Tahan shaken up after the hit as Lord comes the other way. His pass intercepted by Austin Thompson. And now Binghamton keeps the tempo of the game going here in the third period. Schultz wide side, leaving it over for Lopez, poked from behind. And now Watertown's going to have a 3-on-1. Kyle Powell all by himself. Corrigan on the forehand, shot in, a save made by McVeigh. Big time save by the Alberta native, Riley McVeigh. And the Black Bears throw it on target. Liskowitz holds, and a 3-on-1 right there, Alex. You gotta think that you would want Watertown to pass that puck and make McVeigh move a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. And Riley McVeigh was in a great position to make that save off the rip from that shot from Corrigan. You would expect a couple passes like we saw between Tyler Jurich, Don Oliveri, and unfortunately, fortunately for the Black Bears, they chose not to do that.
Off the face-off, the Black Bears have had a lot of success with some turnaround shots. Oliveri has 2 of those tonight. Coachman from the point throws a shot on goal that's tipped. Samaro tried to get to the rebound, but it was drifting behind him. Going to be poked out behind. It's on target for McVeigh, and he will melt it down. Reverse icing goes against the Black Bears. Even though they just got out on the ice, they wouldn't be allowed to change if they wanted to.
Yeah, and that's one of the unique rules here for the Fed they may not see in the NHL or AHL if you're watching that level of hockey.
Watertown changing their guys. As Boilar will get to the loose puck off the face-off, try to wrap it out of the zone. Held in, though, by Payne. Tipped wide by Amatitis. Coachman seals Amatitis down low. Amatitis wanted a call, looked right to the official, and let the Black Bears take the puck out of the zone. Now Gavin Yates tried to leave it for Samaro. I don't think Samaro was expecting it, and Watertown will skate away 2-on-2. Seaman, who got the scoring started for Watertown, throws a shot on, steered aside by McVeigh. And now the rookie indirectly off the boards for Yates. Leaves it over now. Lagar, rookie, takes a bump from Amatitis. Knocked out of the zone. Walters was already back skating, assuming Watertown was going to skate that one out. Now Gavin Yates back across the line. D'Angelo will poke it in for the corner. Lagar had it roll off of his stick, and Trevor Lord, who has the latest goal in the game, that came at the 2-second mark of the second period on the power play for Watertown, starts the breakout. He's going to skate across all 3 lines. Throw on the brakes, snake eye shot, and McVeigh jumped off of the ice and made that save standing up.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure it wasn't underneath him and basically just securing the puck. It was in his jersey. That little jump gave it a pop right into the trapper.
All right, we're taking time out. Still 5-4 in favor of the Black Bears right here on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Hey, guess what time it is, everybody? It's T-shirt time. If you want a T-shirt from the ice cream, you gotta make some noise. I think you gotta make some noise, Binghamton! Yeah!
This T-shirt toss was brought to you by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Don't settle for less. Ask for American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. built to a higher standard.
It's time for the Valley Dental Smile Cam.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. Nobody scoring in the first 5 minutes of the period. That's the anomaly here tonight. Black Bears put a couple up on the board in the middle frame. They grab 4. Watertown grabs 3 for a combined total of 7 in the middle 20 minutes. Waiting for that red light to go off so we can resume play. And now Tyson Kirkby will face off with Don Carter. Face off steered in front of the net of McVeigh. Walters puts it behind the net into a spot where Watertown supposedly cannot score. Now Lord, though, with the puck. Turn around. It gets deflected off of Jurich's stick, I believe, and that will sail into the curtain out of play. Binghamton with 39 shots on goal right now. Watertown with 22. And Carter is ushered out of the face-off dot. Linesman didn't like the way he was lining up, or maybe a little bit of a false start. Face-off's going to be won, though, by Kirkby. D'Angelo tries to play it over for Tyson Kirkby eventually, but it's going to be chipped by Lord into the Black Bears bench. And we're having a neutral zone face-off instead this time.
And you know, Brooks, that's one thing I'm going to have to educate myself on if we ever get to speak to the officials. I'd love to hear what the criteria is for when they switch up those guys on the face-off, what they see, what they're looking for. It's always interesting when they get switched up as the Black Bears win the draw.
Yeah, at least after all these face-offs, the Black Bears continue to win them, but McVeigh's going to have to come out of his net and play it, as there was pressure coming from Lincoln Gingrich from his opposite side. Walters on the puck end over end, tries to knock it out of the zone. He gets a helping hand from Lewis. Watertown touching it back up in their own side. Gingrich at the blue line. Linesman says they're onside. That's a turnover. Seaman with the shot. McVeigh might have got a piece of it. Rebound over to Lewis, and the Black Bears escape harm. Tyson Kirkby tries to get it around Payne, but he has to come back and just dump the puck in at the end of their shift. Lewis and Kirkby get off, and Jurich is the last forechecker on this top line. This is thrown down the length of the ice. No icing as McVeigh comes out of his net to play it. Schultz in the right spot for him to receive the pass from the goaltender. Jurich coming into the zone, crossing over the line. Cross ice over for Thompson. Had to go down to a knee to try to get a handle on it. Held in by Schultz. D-to-D passing. Powell with a lot of room. Put on. Liskowitz made the save. The rebound still there. Penalties coming up. Schultz fires one. Black Bears headed to the Henny Hard Seltzer power play as McVeigh makes his way over to the bench. Schultz over for Lopez. Didn't get a clean fire on it. Jurich, a one-timer. Blocked again out in front. Schultz continuing to come on all the way across over for Jurich. Finally touched up by Watertown. And the Black Bears are headed to the Henny Hard Seltzer power play with 13:08 left to go in the period.
Yeah, Wilson headed to the box for a cross-check on Austin Thompson. Tell you what, that cross-check that led Thompson to be on the ground, he looked up and saw Schultz at the top of the blue line looking to uncork a slapper, and he immediately left fetal position, covered up his face and head on the ground in front of the net. Not someplace I want to be when Jake Schultz is taking a slap shot.
No. And look at the Heinz Energy replay here. And don't know if that was a cross check, more of just an interference. This is a push from behind, whichever way you want to look at it. No, they do give him cross-checking. Okay. All right. How about that? We continue to play on. Don't know if I saw 2 hands up on the stick there.
Probably more of a hitting from behind, honestly.
Yep. Jurich can't hold the puck in. Black Bears are off sides. 1:37 left to go in the power play with 12:44 remaining in the contest.
And the Black Bears need to take advantage of this power play here. If they can put one in the back of the net during this 1 minute 37 seconds left, that puts serious pressure on Watertown to get 2 in under 10 minutes.
Jurich will slap it all the way around the boards. Liskowitz can't get a handle on it. Lewis all the way back up for Jurich at the point. 3 away from the all-time record. His pass is blocked by Seaman back out into the center ice faceoff dot. Binghamton comes right back into the zone. Clean entry for the Black Bears. Tyson Kirkby has it. He's trying to find an open man. Gavin Yates grabs it now on his forehand, circling behind the net. Yates draws a couple of eyes and attention, and Powell a one-timer looking for a tip. Rebound still there, top of the crease, and held in by Powell at the blue line. Watertown couldn't get it out. Jurich comes in, low angle, glove saved by Liskowitz, can't hang on. Now it's Kirkby. Playing catch with Yates down low, three-man cycle. Powell couldn't get a clean handle on it, forced a little bit of an errant pass that was tipped on the way through. Lewis's pass blocked on the way through over to Powell. Binghamton will take the opportunity to change the power play unit with 30 seconds left to go. Yates stays in after it. McGuire into the open ice, held in though by Oliveri. Good job by 13. Samara all the way across for Schultz. One-timer, kick, save, rebound, score.
Austin Thompson, Brooks.
Yep, with his second of the night, gives the Black Bears a 2-goal lead, 6-4 Binghamton.
And that's what's so dangerous about this Binghamton Black Bears team. There's offensive threats no matter where you are. Austin Thompson does a great job after getting the initial pass, wrapping around the net, getting into the area, looking for a rebound. Puck lands right at his feet off the Schultz shot, and he puts it in the back of the net.
Take a look at the Hines energy replay. Samaro will get an assist secondarily on this one. Schultz the shot. Liskowitz made the save, and the Black Bears are now 1 for 3 on the Henny Hard Seltzer power play. Now Austin Thompson starting his engine once again, throws it on. A little bit of a heat check there from Thompson. Binghamton stays with control of the puck. Oliveri stick handling in a phone booth, looking for the hat trick. Poked wide at the last second.
Talk about another heat check, Brooks.
Watertown comes the other way. Payne throws it, and at the top of the crease, McVeigh hangs on with no rebound and holds on to it. With 9 minutes gone in the period, the Black Bears have reclaimed a 2-goal lead.
It's going to be interesting to see. I know that we unofficially credited Austin Thompson, and I think, did they give the announcement for it? It's going to be interesting to see. It's a bit of an awkward bounce.
You know, it was a very quick announcement. It's already happened. It's Austin Thompson's goal from Jake Schultz and Justin Samaro. So Samaro with a point in every game so far in his pro career. In danger of losing his 2-goal scoring streak, but you have to think that that probably wasn't going to last forever. Gavin Yates in the face-off dot, works it down low. Everett Thompson between the legs, and Andrew Logar with his first professional goal. Somebody get the puck for him. And Gavin Yates will. Andrew Logar, his first ever professional goal.
And a little bit of cheek there from Brandon Baker, kind of just slowly, playfully keeping the puck away from the Binghamton Black Bear player, trying to grab it for Logar for his first ever professional goal as Owen Liskowitz heads to the bench.
Owen Liskowitz's night is done. It's 7-4 Black Bears, pouring it on here in the third period. Everett Thompson will get the assist over to Andrew Logar, at least on the primary. And let's listen to Frank Perney. Everett Thompson coming in, low angle shot. Logar looking for number 2. And now Logar skating back in the defensive zone, trying to catch up with Gingrich. Gingrich's shot is blocked on the way through. And now poked out by Logar, and he's having a very long shift after that goal. He's continued to stay on, though. A little bit of adrenaline maybe kicking in now after scoring your first ever professional goal.
100% Brooks.
Now Wilson coming the other way. And it's going to be poked away by McVeigh for the rebound. Lured in, shot wide of McVeigh's net. They let him come in streaking down the slot, and Black Bears weren't in the best spot defensively there. One-timer from Wilson, I believe, touches Walters' stick on the way there.
And a bit of a knuckle puck.
Yeah, now Jurge coming the other way. Here, dump it in near side. Allow the new Watertown goaltender Wisco to make a play on it, as the crowd tries to start the wave here inside the vet.
Lord got buried by the bench too, Brooks. by the Black Bears bench.
That's a good eye, Alex. I was watching the puck come down. This will be knocked down. This is no icing, says the linesman. We play on here with 9:07 left to go in the period. Lewis holds it in. They try to find Kirkby, who was coming the other way, but it scurries into the corner. Back up to the blue line for Powell. D-to-D passing with Schultz. A shot put on. That was blocked on the way through by Tim Payne. And Payne gets the red line and will dump it in. One hop to the boards. Powell first man to it. Now Lewis empties it out of the zone. This crowd's really trying to start the wave. They can't get it around. Section 2 is where it dies. And now Oliveri cross ice over to Kirkby. Kirkby coming in. He's on the backhand. Puts it on goal. Wisco will make the save with 8:22 remaining in the period.
I think they called that the break line, Brooks, where the waves can't get past.
Yeah, we're go with that. Find out if they can get the wave going after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Celebrating a birthday with the Black Bears tonight. Happy birthday, Aaron Shelton. Sean Palmer is 9. Happy birthday, Justin McGregor. Matthew Lane is 47. And celebrating a birthday this week, our very own timekeeper, Dan Smith, will be 50. Happy birthday from the Black Bears.
Watertown comes the other way. We've got two Black Bears with 2 goals from Austin Thompson with the pair, as well as Don Oliveri. So it might be a race for 3 for Binghamton. Adam Wisco is the new goaltender. He did play last night against the Hat-Tricks. Only gave up 2 goals in relief. He had 36 saves. Don Oliveri. Yeah, I saw that last time up here. I was reading that stat line. Unfortunately, Oliveri is taking the of the game. And the Black Bears are headed right back to the penalty kill. And again, Brooks, as we always say on the commentary,
penalty kill.
Binghamton penalty to number 13, Donald Oliveri, 2 minutes for slashing. Time penalty 12-16. That's Oliveri, 2 minutes for slashing at 12-16.
As he will drive it down the length of the ice, Wisco from his knees will set it up for the Watertown player, that's Brandon Baker. 7:20 remaining here in the contest. Binghamton putting their foot on the gas pedal here in the 3rd period, scoring twice. Very, very quick span. They have the only goals here in this frame.
And an excellent clear by Jake Schultz. Really gets it out from underneath the Watertown defender, puts it just out his reach, makes it go 200 feet.
Watertown gets it into the zone, but Walters will be the first one to it. Again, though. No, excuse me. Lyman already had his arm up in the air. I thought Watertown played that puck right inside the line. But nonetheless, we play on. Lewis down near the goal line in the corner. Tend to just put it up against the boards as long as he can. Everett Thompson coming in to lend a hand. Everett Thompson with an assist tonight. Now Matu Boilar throws it back over. And Wilson skating away. Wilson skating away, throws it on goal, and a blocker save made by McVeigh. Rebounds available and knocked out by Boilar. Now Gingrich tries to skate past Lopez, and Lopez playing a little bit of safety, but a heavy hit from Boilar sending Gingrich down into the boards. McGuire all the way across over. Watertown trying to get set up. Gingrich and Boilar having a little bit of a fisticuffs match out in front. Gingrich knocked down, and they're going to call Boilar out in front. The referee in the offensive zone with his arm up in the air very, very quickly.
Looks like both are going off, Brooks.
I think Wilson's might be asking for some clarification. And now Schultz being separated by the linesman. And the referee saying the faceoff is going to stay here in the Binghamton zone, so Gingrich will make his way over to the box. It was Wilson skating over to the referees. Boilar into the box as well. Gingrich sent down. I thought the shot knocked him down. Nope. All right, so Boilar gets knocked down right there. Knocks him down, I should say.
I'm wondering if they're going to give an embellishment as well, because Gingrich did go over pretty easy there.
Or wait for the official announcement.
Perhaps beforehand there was a penalty, but no, because Watertown was already touching the puck up.
Well, if you have a cross-checking and an embellishment call, you blow it dead right away.
100%, Brooks, and that's exactly what happened there. I was just wondering if perhaps Watertown had a penalty beforehand that was at the same time, but essentially no.
So we will remain at 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes.
Watertown penalty number 44, Lincoln Gingrich, 2 minutes for embellishment.
Yep, so Gingrich does get embellishment, which means Boilar, gets the cross-checking. I understand that. Wilson's shot blocked by Schultz on the way through, lured to the rebound. It's not going to be one I don't think I'm going to lose sleep over. Centering pass behind Wilson. Cleaned up by Payne. Kick save made by McVeigh. And now Jurich retreats behind his own net to retreat after the puck. Tyler Jurich fish hooking that mouthpiece, coming in. Has it on his forehand. Tries to dance around a man. Low angle shot from Yates. Went off the shoulder of Wisco. And now 3-on-2 the other way for Watertown. Payne crossing over with Baker and Lord. Odd man rushes over. They try to center up to Payne on the back door. They can't connect. This would be a hand pass if anybody besides Lord touches up, but he's first man to it. Wraps it all the way around the boards, back up near the blue line for Carter. Carter on the forehand, starting and stopping around Kyle Powell. Has a goal tonight. And now Powell and Carter get tied up a little bit in their skates. Gavin Yates probably at the end of his shift. Keep his engine going, though, to a loose puck. Tries to get in against Wisco. Gets his stick knocked out of his hands. And we continue to play on. Yates is making his way over to the bench. Black Bears also in the middle of a line change right now. Carter comes in. His shot is denied by Walters before it made it to McVeigh. Back up for Walters. Can he get it out of the zone? He can, and look out. Here comes JT Walters. Coming in, slap shot held on to by Wisco. Oliveri saw the loose puck for a split second and was trying to get that hat trick goal with a late tip in. Black Bears lead 7-4. Back with you after these messages. Down the stretch here in Binghamton, trying to complete the weekend sweep on Fox 1430. Ideal Bowling Center is where Binghamton hockey fans bowl with open bowling all week long and money-saving specials. Ideal is a great place for family, friends, company parties, and special occasions. Ideal Bowling Center, 119 Jennings Street, Endicott. So much more than just your favorite bowling alley. 3:49 left to go here. Alex and JT Walters just decided not to deke and put a slap shot on goal for Adam Wisco to make the save.
I think Walters is thinking there, you know what, my slap shot is my best tool in my arsenal. I'm not going to try to dekey or head fakey at all. I'm going to come with the fastball right down the middle. Let's see if he can hit it. Wisco makes the save, but almost gives up a real tasty rebound to Don Oliveri.
Face off one back by Lopez. Oliveri a slap shot, looking for the hat trick now as Oliveri's back on the blue line for this shift. And Boyd Lahr has returned, so Oliveri bumps back up to forward for that 8 seconds. That was a little quick run at defense, but back to forward. Now Oliveri will take the puck himself. Cross ice off the boards, a little bit ahead of Thompson, but it might work out for Lopez. Black Bears get to the loose puck. Oliveri coming in, low angle, trying to shelf one for the hat trick. Held in temporarily by Coachman. Going to be poked ahead by Seaman. This gets behind the goal line, enticing against Watertown with 3:11 left to go.
And when you're down 3 goals, that's nothing you like to see. If you're the away fans right now, you don't want to ice that puck. Watertown trying to struggle back into this after a very tough 4-on-4 period. You can't give up an icing like that where your team's already tired from a long weekend. A quick bus trip here, not being able to get their legs out in the morning for a morning skate. Tough icing.
Yeah, Tejan behind the goal line has it poked away by Logar. Gets it right back from a defenseman though. Boyd Lahr at the blue line throws it near the target. Got a tip from Samaro, but poked wide. And now Watertown starts a breakout. 3 minutes left to go. Coach Esso's club's got some decision making to do on if they're going to let Wisco stay in the net or if they're going to go for the extra attacker. Put in off the boards. McVeigh has it on the back of his leg, and instead of just trying to get it back, he does the wise thing and just melt it down.
Well, especially in that position, Brooks, because goalies are so dependent on those horizontal pushes. It's very hard to get that puck from out of your pad and in onto the stick of your defender without accidentally knocking it into your own net.
The Jurich line out now with Kirkby and Lewis, Schultz and Powell on the blue line. Corrigan will win the face-off into the corner, but Schultz will get to a loose puck, trying to chop it ahead for the Laker of SUNY Oswego. Both Lakers, I should say, rather. Tyson Kirkby blows off a hit, and it's a 2-on-1. Kirkby over to Jurich. Jurich tries to get it to settle down, but it was bouncing on its edge. No shot on goal that time for the Black Bears. That would have been a prime opportunity for Jurich to grab another one and chase down Mahfouz, the all-time goal leader in the FPHL for the time being. Now Lord coming down the left wing side the other way, gets around one man. McVeigh holds the post and denies Lord a grade A scoring opportunity. Now Wilson had it poked away, wrap check style from Tyson Kirkby. The Lakers will get off on a line change. Jurich, the last forward out there on the ice. Wilson coming in, his shot blocked by Schultz. Wilson and Schultz get tied up against the boards. Precious seconds ticking off the clock for Watertown as they throw the puck back out all the way down their ice. No icing as Watertown did it to themselves. And now Thompson getting on the forecheck very heavily. Lopez tries to brush off a hit. Thompson searching for goal number 3 on the night. Watertown puts it all the way across. Now Schultz takes a bump from Amatitis. Turnover though, Thompson regains it. Stays in play off the glass. Schultz back up to the line, talking with Amatitis. Now Lopez circling behind the net. Back up to the blue line for Kyle Powell. Powell.
Oh, Chad Lopez caught high behind the play, Brooks.
Yeah,
shocking no call there.
Oliveri with a little bit of a hit. And Seaman takes one, and Oliveri's going to take.
Looks like we're gonna get, I think we might get 2. 88, he's pointing at 88 right now.
Jake Schultz and Colt McGuire with some punches on each other.
And the box for Watertown is opening, Brooks, so that wouldn't be shocking. I think they might be selling an embellishment on 88.
Under a minute left to go. Referee trying to gain control here. Schultz and McGuire got acquainted with each other, and McGuire just puts his hand in, rubbing up on Jake Schultz's face. McGuire has that full shield over, so Schultz can't do the same thing. Now the referee separating Trevor Lord and Don Oliveri.
The only box still open, Brooks, is Watertown's.
McVeigh ever poking
so
near the line.
And McGuire look like they're heading to the locker room a little bit early.
Yep. So Jake Schultz and Colt McGuire get a little early exit to the room.
I think Don Oliveri showing Seaman where he's going. It looks as if the Black Bears are going to be headed to a Henny Hart Seltzer power play.
You know, and the goaltenders came up to the blue lines and just kind of started looking at each other. Wisco and McVeigh. That's a better bout for McVeigh than what it was against Liskowitz. But
yeah, a little more better of a size comparison as Wisco shoots one on his own net.
Yeah, referee still sorting it out, and Wisco now will throw it down the length of the ice for McVeigh.
Got a little goalie shoot off here.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get here coming to the arena. And now McVeigh, looks like the referees told him that the fun was over. And so here, just throw it down.
About 37 Black Bears on the ice right now to 3 from the Watertown Wolves. Looks like a little jawing still going on from the bench. Some glove shaking at Don Oliveri.
The BB family with one of my favorite posters of the weekend. They got an arrow poster, and it just says hashtag give him a tug. I think that's what Jake Schultz did.
I think that's what he did as well.
Trying to get all this sorted out. We're just 57 seconds away. There's the Heinz Energy replay from up top, and just a little bit of face washing. Binghamton will sweep the weekend return to New York. They defeat Elmira Friday night on the road in regulation. Yesterday at home 4-1 for homecoming. And right now, don't know what the final score could be. Either side could still grab one. But Binghamton in control with 57 seconds left to go, up by 3. Are going to pick up 9 out of 9 available points in these 3 games.
Yeah, Brooks, it looks like everything slowed down a little bit. 88, the only number we see up on the board. And the puck's going to the offensive zone for the faceoff, not a neutral zone faceoff.
Yep. Oliveri and Thompson are going to be hunting. And I like that decision from Coach Sherwood there. He puts Thompson out with that first grouping.
Yeah, 100%, Brooks. Completely agree. Let them go after it. Let them try to get their hat tricks.
So now it's going to be a funny situation if one has the opportunity to shoot and the other one's open if they make the pass.
That is going to be the case, Brooks. But you know what? I think the Black Bears are kind of above that. They're going to be happy with whoever gets it.
Oh, looks like another man going over to the penalty box, and it'll be 5-on-3. So a lot of open ice now as another penalty comes across the board, as it's Zach Horn also getting sent to the penalty box. So here we go. Under a minute left to go, 5-on-3. Oliveri thought about pulling the trigger. First time, second chance he does, and Wisco makes the glove save. 49 seconds left to go.
And a good shot by Oliveri, a good glove save by Wisco.
Thompson's going to be positioned out in front. Loose puck. And it looks like the linesman, I think, caught part of that stick.
To the leg there. That one's got a sting.
Yeah, anytime that's why they drop that puck and they try to back out as soon as possible.
And to be honest, Don Carter pretty disappointed by that. He had the puck clear and was about to clear it down the ice. It'll be interesting to see what they rule with this, what's going to happen with the face-off. Most likely it'll just be a run it back, but interesting to see.
All right, so now we're back to it. They're going to let a different linesman drop the puck this time. Face-off held on to Watertown. Throws it down the length of the ice. McVeigh plays it off the blocker on the one hop. 35 seconds left to go here on the return back home. Tyson Kirkby skating on in, 5-on-3, tries to center up with Thompson. It's in his skates, over to Jurich. 25 seconds left to go. Oliveri, top of the umbrella, plays it down for Kirkby. He's already calling for it again. One-timer held on by Wisco. And so it looks like Thompson's got his play down low on the backside post, and Oliveri up top at the umbrella.
And I think Thompson's setting up in case a rebound squeaks through. Oliveri's such a hard shooter from the point. It's common to see those rebounds squirt through.
Now Tyson Kirkby. 10 seconds left to go. Oliveri from the point over to Jurich. And Thompson in down low, tried to shelf it, deflected off of Wisco and into the netting with 4.5 left to go. That might have been Austin Thompson's final shot of the night. Tried to stuff it in the short side. But now one more face-off, and that ought to do it. 4:05. Yates will just poke it ahead forward. No hat tracks tonight. And now Tyson Kirkby's trying to get the puck. And Baker is giving him a little bit of a hard time. Black Bears win 7-4. Alex, your thoughts?
You know, an excellent showing by the Black Bears. Faced a lot more adversity than they had in the nights before, as the Watertown Wolves and the Black Bears share some words as they head off the ice. It was a offensive explosion, multi-point game from a lot of players, and that's the offense we're used to seeing the Black Bears have.
Yeah, we're going to have the Budweiser 3 stars of the game. We got the La Quinta Inn and Suites post-game show coming up in just a little bit. Black Bears win 7-4. We're going to keep it right here. Ad-lib a little bit while the team celebrates around Riley McVeigh. Big bounce-back outing for McVeigh. Yes, 4 goals against, but he did make 25 saves as well. And the Black Bears win by 3. They outscore their opponents this weekend 17-7. So another victory for the Black Bears over the Watertown Wolves. And Alex, they really came out in the third period and put Watertown back out there on the streets.
Yeah, 100%, Brooks. They really just showed what level of class they are in this game. They showed that they're a higher class than the Watertown Wolves at the moment, and did an excellent job pushing the puck up and down the ice and getting really aggressive in the offensive zone and finishing those chances in the third period.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Budweiser 3 stars of the game right now before we go to break, because we already have them from our off-ice officials. Third star of tonight's game, scoring his first ever professional goal, Andrew Logar, and also in his home debut for Binghamton.
And just an excellent home performance. Your first ever home game, you get a goal. You never forget that kind of thing, Brooks.
Second star of the game belongs to Austin Thompson with 2 goals tonight. He continues to lead the secondary scoring group, doing an excellent job. You can't really say enough things about Austin Thompson.
You really can't, Brooks.
That's a little joke right there. So Thompson with 2 goals tonight. And the first star of tonight's game will be Don Oliveri with 3 points, 2 goals, and an assist. Oliveri with a great weekend in all 3 games.
Yeah, 100%, Brooks. I think it was a multi-point weekend every single game. And with the Black Bears getting sweeping 3 wins in a weekend, nothing more you can ask for from a player to just have 3 straight multi-point games.
All right, looks like Don is making his way over to our Reek-side reporter Cole Parenti. And just as soon as Frank gets off, we should be getting ready to go. And there he is, Cole Parenti, standing down ringside with tonight's first star of the game, Don Oliveri. Go ahead and take it away, Cole.
Don Oliveri, Don, you usually play defense. You slot into forward today. You scored 2 goals. How are you able to make such a seamless transition?
I mean, I don't know. I just like playing hockey. I told Sherwood when I came in, I'll do whatever. I'll play goalie, D, forward. It doesn't matter. I just want to win and win a championship with the Bears.
Don, you guys doubled up, almost doubled up, I should say, the Watertown Wolves in shots. How were you able to put together such a dominating performance?
The team stuck together. I mean, it's not one man, it's the whole team. We're very positive. Guys work hard. We hit everything. We shoot everything. We go to the net. And if we continue that, I think we should have no problem going all the way.
All right, Don, one more before I let you go. You guys had 6 straight games on the road. How good was it to come back to this arena and put together 2 wins for this fan base?
Yeah, playing on the road's fun, you know, beating teams on the road and stuff like that, but playing in front of the hometown, all the fans here, it's awesome. We love every single fan here. Everybody's great, every boosters, fans, everything, so we're glad to be back, and like I said, we're ready to take the whole thing.
Thanks for your time, Don. Go enjoy this win with your teammates.
Excellent job as always, Cole, right there. And we want to thank Don for spending some time with us before he gets part of the celebration in the locker room. Probably time to crack open some Hennies. When we come back, we're going to have the La Quinta and